Ready?
Yep, we live. Live with Big Guns. Big Guns Live.
What's
So
good?
we
What's
do
good?
on the Session TV.
Election day. I hope y'all went out to vote. It's too late now. Shit. Damn.
So we live.
I'm live on Big Guns. You have any questions, holla.
Yeah, we out here, man. We got Ed out here. Polo since 92.
Yep.
Polo since 92. He just finished the marathon. That's a great accomplishment. Something that was on his bucket list, as he tells me. You know what I mean? And we just want to talk about that. You know what I mean? The experience. You know what he did, how he felt. You know, this shit is awesome. Where's your medal at, man? You gotta wear that shit around your neck all year, at least 6 months, right?
Nobody really cares about the marathon
man,
unless somebody else runs it. They don't understand the experience behind it.
You gotta show them that medal. You know what I mean? Look at that. New York City Marathon. New York Road Runner. So you're a road runner now. You in the club. Let them know what inspired you to run the marathon.
So here's my thing, because anything I try to do it from a standpoint of always trying to help people or people that have always helped me. So Gallup NYC is actually a program that everybody know I work with Juvies, a program that my young people has been involved with for the last, I would say, 4 years. About 3 years ago, currently right now Gallup is where the old black cowboys are off of Linden. They actually bought that off the conduit. So 3 years ago, when they were at the riding academy, if you ever go on horseback riding at the riding academy, which is right off the belt, my young people got into some major brawl out there, and they destroyed that place. And one of the most remarkable things is, even they destroyed that place, the people still invited them back. They really respected the mission of what we was trying to teach these young people, and they kept them. And they said, they make mistakes. We gotta always give opportunity. So this, the kids again went out there, different set of kids, and went out there. They helped with the horses. They got riding lessons, and they also participated in summer youth. And they was having a marathon team. And it was like, listen, would you mind, joining the marathon team and help raise money? And my thing, when I come back at it, I said, you know what, I wouldn't mind. It's part of my bucket list. But I think more important is the fact that they didn't turn their backs on these young people. And that to me was the most important thing, that they didn't turn their back on these young people. I think we as people, we have to recognize, if we have gotten this far in life, somebody never turned their back on us. And we also have to also pay that forward. I always say pay it forward whenever somebody does something that's remarkable. And that's just, that's how I got involved.
Even easier to turn you. Sometimes people, you know what it feels like to have somebody turn their back on you. So you know what that feels like. So don't do it to someone else. You know what I mean? If you have a chance to help out, try your best.
Definitely. And that's what for me. That's what anything I do. I look at it from a standpoint. I just don't do things to do it. There's always a background story behind it, or there's something behind why I'm doing it, or what a story, or what inspired me to do it. I try to. Right now, my birthday's in like a couple of weeks, and I'm clear. I'm
Team Sag.
Team Sag.
Me too. Mine's in a couple of weeks too.
So I'm approaching that half a century mark. So I'm trying to look at my life and my legacy, and what I want to leave. I want to be the change. I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. So I try to live my life that way. Anything else besides that don't mean nothing to me. Don't get me wrong. I love Polo, but to me, shit is secondary to almost anything I do for young people. It's definitely secondary for me. I'll give up. Like I tell all the young people all the time, I give up everything I have to be their age one more time and know what I know today, because my life would be different.
Yeah.
But that's life. Period.
Yeah, but you give now you trying to inspire them, so their life could be better than ours.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
oh, definitely. And you know, and that's something I tell people. Look,
What life for one?
I tell people all the time. You know, I tell people don't try to live your life to be like me. Be better than me. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to be better than me. Cause I ain't nobody. You know, I'm nobody. I just right now
We live. Hold on a second. We live. So what you want? We live. Go to Session TV, son. We live. We live. Go to Session TV. We in the studio.
Go to what?
Session TV. How you don't know where to go, son?
Wow.
We live now.
We live right now. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Let me turn this off. Let me turn this volume off. Sorry about that. Yeah. But you definitely making a mark, man. You know what I mean? Like me and you just became friends a little while ago, and I, you know, watch your page and your giveaways.
Yep.
You know, your things you're doing with the youth, and it's inspiring. You know what I mean? It's a great thing, and not a lot of people do that. You know what I mean? A lot of people just turn their back on these kids and be like they lost.
Well, here's my thing, right? I don't do period. Somebody gave me a call, and they said something that really pissed me off. Like really, like I'm doing this for attention. Do I look like I need attention? I don't give a damn about no damn attention. I ain't getting paid for nothing I do. Period. I do it from the heart. I'm just a kid from Newkirk and 21st that ain't never had shit. And I said to myself that, yo, you know what? Shoot, for me to make it this far, somebody had to look out for me. So if I could always help somebody, I could always try to help somebody. That's just me. If somebody said, yo, Ed, you know, can you put me down as a reference? I know you well enough. I said, listen, yo, my name is out there. Just hold it down. I'm gonna give you that reference. If you need a job and I have an opening, I'm gonna give you that job. Cause guess what? All we got is each other. And I try to live my life that way. I'm not no saint. I'm really an asshole as a person, but I try to look at it.
He's a Sagittarius.
You
You know how they are.
You know, but I really try to live my life as trying to do better for communities, countries, especially for the young people. You know, like I said, I'm just a dude from Newkirk at 21st. I ain't never had shit. And
Definitely, that's how we connected, right? On you know, the book bag drives. You know what I mean?
And that's how you connect with certain people, man. And when you connect on that level, that's what makes it even more stronger because y'all not coming together for something for yourself, for your self purpose. You going something for somebody else. When you doing somebody else, doing something for somebody else, that means more to the other person. Because guess what? Now I know at the end of the day, at some point in time, when I need you, you'll be there for me too.
Well,
Definitely.
Well, here's the thing too. What people don't understand, giving, it's crazy. It's ironic, but giving, there's a selfish part in giving. Because you know the selfish part is you feel good giving.
Yeah,
that's the selfish part.
You want to be?
You feel good. It's ironic, but you actually feel good.
You
That,
do.
and it's a euphoric. It's a high that you ain't. It's a different type of highs. You know,
Yeah.
I learned that.
Yeah,
There's
when you
even
giving.
there's a high.
When you see the people that you helping face, and you see their mood, and you see how their whole aura, everything lights up, and you did it. That's a great feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And here's my thing. You know, I tell people all the time, you don't gotta support my cause, cause my cause is my cause. But support something. Support people. Support your family. Support your country. You know, support your community. Support something.
Do something positive.
We you know, do try to do something positive. And you know, as I got older, I just started realizing, just doing positive things is the key to life. You know, we have a lot of people do not understand. They block their blessings because they all caught up with what I call meism. Me. It's all about me. It's all about what I didn't get, or what somebody didn't do for me, or I want this piece for me. No, sometimes you block your own blessings because you know why? Selfishness. You didn't stop. It doesn't cost nothing to say, yo, if I'm eating, I'm gonna give you something to eat also.
People
right?
think that it's a limited supply of food or money or things. It's unlimited.
No.
Or they look at it like, you know, instead of me say, let me give you a piece of the pie that, you know, that's here, I want to take the whole pie and run with it. Instead of say, you know what, let me split this power up amongst the brothers and say, you know what? They may come back with something later. They may bring something back to the table later, and just instead of saying, you know what, I'm keeping this for myself. And now guess what? That brother out there, he doing something. He's not gonna bring it back to your table because he like, you know, when you got that power before, you didn't really show no real love and loyalty. You didn't show that love that I felt you should have shown. So I'm gonna run over here now, and I'm gonna go do something over here with this person and that person. And guess what? Now they go over there and they become big and basically do what you're supposed to have done. And then now everybody say, oh, they culture vultures, or they took from us, or who gave them the L, they ain't this, they not that. They start, you know, downgrading them because of that. That's the things that bugged out, because if we just show love to each other, and when we come together and you get some, break it down, because you never know.
You never know what somebody could bring.
I mean, here's the thing. You know, we ain't, you know, we could go back and forth with this culture, and that's a whole other show.
It's been a whole lot of other shows, and it's still gonna come up.
It's never gonna be a kumbaya moment. I don't think so. And it's cool. Everybody could have their different perspectives, and here's the thing: you gotta respect people's perspective. That's number one. I feel number two. I would say probably the most important thing is opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, know that, right? Before you jump out the window on certain things, do your research.
Experience that yourself and see if it's the truth.
Do your research.
Find out.
Call the individual and say what you have to say, and let them find out what's your perspective on it. No, it doesn't mean that that you're right and this person is right and this person is wrong. But when you start to carry, and I call that like, I'm sorry to curse, but that bitch little type moment, like you playing telephone and shit. This nigga, you know, I don't want to hear about what this nigga said or the streets are saying. I want to hear what you're saying. And if you have, and you know, it's like dudes want to be like, it's protective custody. Like, what is this protective custody? If you have an issue with somebody, holla at that man. Listen, I don't know. I don't have no issues with nobody, but maybe I do. If you don't like me, cool. I don't know what y'all do. I'm here. I can say I apologize. I'll call me. You can call me. I'll do the Mike Jones 718-930-7440. You can holler at me. 718-930-7440.
People take other people's opinion or other people's perspective and run with it, and they don't even know the situation. Like we were speaking earlier about Team Mag and RLPC.
Facts, right?
So because people saying we having problems with each other or beef with each other. Competition is not beef. You know what I mean? We make each other step up to the next level, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Because we're having friendly compete, even though we talking shit to each other. So what? You know, people don't know the difference. Like me and this man can have a disagreement. That don't mean we enemies. We men. We have a disagreement. Because I have a disagreement with you, all of a sudden you my enemy.
Well,
that don't make no sense.
and once again, everybody has a right and opinion, but everybody also has a right to find out the truth, right? So it's like I was talking to you before. Probably one of the biggest misconception is, oh, Life and Gunz is bullies, right? He ain't never bullied me. But at the same time, I can understand your perspective, but I can't run around and take what you're saying because you had an issue, because I don't know what you did. I don't know what the issue that you have with that man
that made
personality come out, right? But I know for myself, it has never happened. You know, I hate that terminology. Oh, the streets is talking. Who the fuck is the streets?
And why the streets could come to you and talk about me?
Exactly, the streets is talking. I never hear the streets. The streets never celebrate when a nigga do good. It's always a RIP on a shirt or free somebody versus yo, let me big up this dude because you know what, he did something right. It's like yo, you know, dudes never want to pat dudes on the back when they doing something right. No, it's always the talk.
It takes too much to do that. It takes too much pride. I'm not gonna big him up. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do this because they not getting nothing out of themselves. That same shit you said. Me. You know what I mean?
But they want that from you.
They want it from you. Yeah.
But when it's time for them to do the same in return, just to show that acknowledgement or show that appreciation, it comes a void. Oh, you know what? Oh, I forgot. Or we not there. I'm not. I didn't. I had something else to do. If things happen like that, and you sit there like, wow. So every time we want me to scratch your back, I'm scratching it. But when it's time for you to scratch my back or do something do something for that's a good cause by doing something for something like a movement or a community benefit, a community movement, you're not there to help out support.
It's lifer.
It's life.
Lifer said, hate what they cannot conquer. Fear what they don't understand.
He listening and watching and saying something.
You know what I'm saying, about the bullying thing and aspect and stuff like that. And it's basically, you know what I'm saying, misunderstanding, being misunderstood in the culture as far as people that speak with confidence and they take it as aggression. You know what I'm saying? And basically what I'm trying to say is we ain't no bullies, man. We just real niggas, we do real shit.
Yo,
I believe it at that, see.
definitely.
Listen, that's why. But see, everybody perceive people differently, right? Now, because this is why I say with this, like, there's probably people in the culture that perceive me a certain way because of who they talk to and who they associate with.
True.
Now, if they sit there and they talk to someone who me and them probably have a good relationship, a good rapport with each other, or something happened. Well, when they talk to them, they gonna tell them something about me or something about a person that made them feel like, I'm gonna stay away from that person, or now I'm gonna look at you a certain way because this is what this person told me, and I take this person's word as God, and this person is a real righteous person, instead of saying, you know what, I can hear what you're saying, but you know what, let me run over here and really do my own research, because like you're saying, if that happened to me with the Gunz and with life in them, because when we started running, I started, when me and Ralph and us started coming back into the fold of things, when we started finding out what was going on with the low culture, and we start hearing about the the quiet and sneaky events and stuff, we start coming out. So we said, okay, let's see what's going on. But as we coming out and building and seeing what's on and rubbing elbows with the brothers, we start getting words from other people saying, watch these people here. Watch them. They doing too much. They trying to do this. They trying to do that. I'm like, word, okay, but for me, I'm like, I don't know what you mean by they doing too much. Let me see and let me evaluate and let me see for myself what's going on. And then as I sat there and I built with life for Gunz, and because I'm that type of person, I'm not gonna hear nothing from you. And then I'm just going to fall back and take your word as God, because then I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to be lost in the dark. I'm going to go over to them people and to them brothers and build with them and say,
build
what's
your own
up?
Relationship.
Let me rub it with y'all. I'm not going to blow it up and tell them what I heard, but I'm going to see how, if they rub me that way and give me that energy.
Well, you know what it is? It's like the survey. When you take a survey, right? When dudes get excellent service, niggas will fill out that survey. When dudes get bad service, they're going to fill out that survey, right?
Yeah.
But that's what you get, right? So you're going to get the people that love you, you're going to get the people that hate you, and the biggest misconception, and here's the thing, right? And I see that low goose on the deuce all the time, right? Because that's where I see a lot of people come together, right? Go over to somebody you don't know.
And talk to them.
And have a conversation with them. And ask them what they're really about. Right? Because all you see is the costume. Because that's what, to me, that's what this. You just see the low, or this nigga think he all of that, or this nigga's all that. But you don't even know, right?
That's
this culture is this culture is bigger than Polo. You got bus drivers, you got lawyers, you got all types of people from all different walks of life, right?
Doctors,
right? And it's okay. It's cool. It's cool because you know what? When motorcycle crews are the same way, right? A lot of different other crews are the same way, and cultures are the same way, where you got different people of walks of life. But the biggest problem is people don't take a time out to say, hey, let me ask this dude a question, right? I think everybody's approachable. It's just the way you're going to approach the situation, right? So by the way, let me holler at you for a second. What did you mean by that? Or why are you doing this for? What's the biggest purpose? No, what people do is kind of create this facade in their head
of that person,
or why they're doing it, or this and that. And I'm like, what? I said, bro, you don't even know my history with this person. Or why am I doing this for that person? And why? Like, you gotta, before.
If it's not negative, then why even question it?
Exactly.
If it's not a negative thing, why question what you're doing?
Because a lot of people there, they want they want it the way it is. Whereas maybe I'm the person that everybody come to and make it keep it that way. Whereas I'm the go-to, I'm this major person. Whereas now everybody else is kind of y'all know don't mess with him, don't mess with them, don't mess with them. But guess what? Y'all all mess with me, y'all mess with me, and y'all gonna support me. But y'all not gonna support each other out there. Y'all gonna support me. Y'all gonna do this to me. Y'all gonna do this out and roll that way. That's why we reflect a lot of stuff. And then we talk about voting, because we here voting. You know, we had today's election day is voting. When we think about Trump and where Trump moves, there's a lot of people in our culture, and even in us as black people in our society that move that way, whereas we may not see the wrong in another person, and we will defend them to the end. Whereas you see Trump lie and say certain things, but the Kellyanne Conways and the Huckabees and all of them,
they defend,
you know, they defend
or trying
everything.
Trying to make it what he meant
was.
Yeah.
What he meant was
nah,
it made excuses for everything that person do. You know what I mean? But then when you sit there and say, oh wow, you can reflect some of that into some things with the culture and the things that's going on here, because a lot of stuff like that happen here. Yeah. Because people will sit there and somebody will do something, and just because of a status or this, that, and the third, he can't, nothing can't happen, because you know what? He's this, he's that. But okay, maybe the people can't check him, but how about his peers? Mm-hmm. How about his peers, so that he won't go and do that again, or those same instances won't happen again, and we all be on the same page. It don't go down like that.
Definitely. If Life would do something I don't like, I'll let him know. And I expect the same thing for him to tell me. Or even like, yo, that's wrong.
But would you go and say, oh, this nigga, but you ain't gonna say the name though?
No. Me and Life already went through that. You know what I mean? Somebody came to him and said XYZ about me. And he said, matter of fact, let me call him right now. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about it right now. I didn't answer the phone because I was sleeping. I called dude the next morning with Life on the phone. Now he backpedaling.
Right?
You know what I mean? And Life is saying, no, this is what you said. No, I didn't say that. That's not what I mean. I said somebody else said this. And I said, well, you know what? If they feel comfortable coming to you, fuck you and them. And you can let them know, oh, I'm not a messenger. Apparently you are, because you're relaying their message to me. So I'm giving you my message for you and them. You know what I mean? Because anybody could see me whenever they want. We could talk, you could call me. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
And see, that's another thing. Like, if it do get to that point, whereas, and I feel I would kind of want to do that myself. If someone was to call me and say, yo, I got a problem with L, I got a problem with Gunz, I'm like, word, hold on, let me put you on the phone with them. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to get on the phone with them right now, because
see what it is.
I'm not going to be calling them and saying, yo, I heard so-and-so got a problem. Because now it's just leading on and on. I'm the type of person, I like nipping things in the bud too, and making sure anybody that's okay with me, that's official with me, is okay, because I feel some type of way, whereas if something do happen, I feel obligated to do something or say something in that. So you know what? If you call me or say something to me about, yo, these people, add this, that, and the third, put it down, right? Down.
In his face.
No, here's my thing. You know, everybody's not gonna like you. People got to understand that. That's number one, right? But what you know, I hate to even be politically correct. Even in the Constitution, you have a right to anybody that speaks against you. Mm-hmm. You have a right to know. You can't just make a comment and question somebody's integrity or action without actually knowing why, or why they choose to do it this way, or why they choose. You can always disagree, but you can't turn around and question the integrity. Right? Because what is integrity? Doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. Right? Mm-hmm. You can't always do that. And that is one of my biggest pet peeve. And I tell dudes all the time, yo, you can't come to me comfortably talking about dudes that I fuck with negatively. Yeah. Then there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me if you could pick up the phone and you could and say that. Yeah. I am wrong.
And just disrespecting them, and you sitting there listening to the disrespect.
You cannot come to me with that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna always say that. You can't come to me. Just like you said, Doc. I'm like, nah, bro, hold up. Let me call him and I'm gonna put you on the phone. Cause maybe there's a misunderstanding, or maybe you're not understand. Maybe I don't even have the answer, but he could give you the answer.
Let's clear
right?
this up.
So don't do that, right? So it's like one of those things, right? And I keep it a buck. When I used to do the contests, right? Integrity meant a lot to me. Dude used to always come on, yo, give me the number. Right? You know tell me that. Yo, can I have the number, right? Yo, that's my word. Dudes on Team Magnificent even get the number.
Oh, okay.
And I used to tell them all the time. I said, yo.
That's you, Billy?
Nah. I used to say it all the time. If I break that integrity one time, it's over.
It's over, yeah. Nobody can
Because
trust
all
nothing.
it takes is that me giving that number to one person one time,
And everything.
and then now everybody's like, oh, he bullshitting
Yeah.
now. Or he bullshitting now.
Yeah.
Because he did this and that. And I
It's
never...
fixed.
And sometimes it's even with you. I think you would feel, I would feel wrong if I'm trying to do something for, you know what I mean, the community, for the people, but then I do a shim sham and then I give it to this person. And then I'm like, you know what? I would feel messed up because I'm like, the righteous person ain't win this, ain't get it. So you know what? Nah, I just don't feel right. I just don't do that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I never did that. And dudes will tell two dudes on your team, my team.
You stopped the giveaways when the last time you did?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you something. Everything I do always comes out. I tell you, there's always a reason behind I did that, right? I came up with the contest situation, and I think I kind of touched on it on with Life and Dark the last time when I had that situation with Scripps, right?
Oh yeah.
And shout out to Scripps. No, you know, we good now. And
that's good things.
And
y'all came together, y'all talked it out, everything
we good. I got no issues with the man. I right now I'm opening up my eyes and I'm really feeling that certain people kind of created that situation. That's how I'm beginning to feel. But that situation came apart because I made a fool of myself. I'm never afraid to say when I made a fool of myself on Times Square. I think Low Goose on the Deuce maybe 3-4 years ago. And I think the craziest thing
Low Goose on the Deuce is the spot.
Is when my moms approached me about that.
So your mom's seen it.
We got footage. Here it is.
let me ask you a question. What the hell is this?
and I had some issues with that before, right? So I had issues before, back in the early, I'm gonna say,
adolescent days.
You know, I lived on 2110 Newkirk, Flatbush, apartment 2A. My house was one of those houses that they never closed the door, right? And the situation happened when one day
Lord Reveal said thanks. He won a bear T-shirt from you.
One day I came home. I opened up my closet. My whole collection was gone.
Your mom took it?
Nah. I told you, my door, my house door, my apartment door, my house was one of those apartments where everybody would go in and out. So it was, even when we sleeping, that door was open.
That's like Halo. Halo in my crib was like that.
So somebody came in and took the whole shit. I blame this dude. It's a good friend of the family named Junior Black, but it wasn't even him. Right? And then
Jay said he was sliding his low boots.
You know, and then I did some real dumb shit. I found out who actually did it. And, you know, I pulled up to his crib. I pulled out a gun on him. And I'm thinking about how stupid that shit was. And I got my shit back. And at that time, there was no cell phones. It was beepers. And I got a beep call from my mom. I got a beep from my mom. And it said 911. I said, okay, that means I got to come home, something. So I went home. I see dudes sitting in the living room with his mom. And my mom like, yo, if you got a gun in this house for this Polo shit, you need to get the fuck out. And it replayed for her when she seen me on Times Square barking with Scripps.
So you brought it
right back to that 20 years later, like, how old are you? And she yo,
you know, the parent, we don't forget. You don't forget certain things in life. But then it just rehashed when you see that.
I said, how old are you? You still doing this dumb bullshit, whatever. So then she said, this is not what I taught you. I always taught you to do positive things. So then I took it on myself and said, okay, I got to figure out a way how to spin this into something positive. And that's where the contest came from.
Oh, okay.
So I said, yo, you know what?
Thank you, Mom Dukes.
Let me try to give back to the community.
Definitely.
That's how it spinned off. And like I tell everybody, everything I try to do from a perspective of even giving back or paying some sort of homage or the fact that, yo, this person looked out, so I gotta also look out. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me.
We gotta look out. Look.
Stilo, politics as usual. Stilo, this is Big Gunz.
Right?
This Big Gunz live show.
Hey, Ed got me this right here, boy. I was dying for this. This is all I wanted. Ed got me it. You know what I mean? He looked out for me.
Retail, I ain't charging nothing extra.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just me.
Marlo, shout out.
Here's my thing. You know, I don't.
We gotta look out for each other, man. Y'all was so complaining about them hyper beats, but some of us is hyper beats ourselves. That's why people was actually mad, because other people was doing what we was doing to each other. So they wasn't allowed to do, but they seen us doing it to each other. So why can't they come and do the same thing? You know what I mean?
No, here's my thing, and here's my perspective on that. I'm not gonna knock nobody hustle. I'm not. Just don't buy it. Period.
We can't. It's shit like drugs.
Right, so
this Chris say it.
So my whole thing
Chris
is,
on my chest.
if I had this sweatshirt and I told Gunz $1,500 and he says no, that's it. Don't buy it. I'm not gonna complain about it.
Can I put it in installments?
I don't know the other man's hustle. I don't know all of that. Now here's the problem with that I have though. Don't pound me. You know, a good business deal is when both parties are happy. Don't say you my man and you giving me a come up price. You know, don't do that.
And I'm selling it for my boy.
You know, or don't give me a come up price.
American Express.
It's not mine. I'm selling for my man. That's the line. It's not mine. I'm selling for my man. So you know they can get whatever price it is. So even if you come to them as being a man, yo, nah, it ain't mine, yo. He want 800 for it.
Yo, I'm you know, like I said before, I'm not no saint in anything. I just try to do right by people. I look at it from the perspective of, hey, you know what?
Steve did a good job on the marathon.
You know, if I have it and it really don't mean nothing to me, I'm gonna say, yo, you want it? All right, here, or give me what I paid for it. That's just me.
Yeah.
You know,
you know, man.
Because at the end of the day,
understand.
ain't no U-Haul trucks attached to a casket. Ain't no U-Haul trucks attached to.
And you only could go with one outfit, so
that and you may not, you know, I think like I said it, you may not even have control of
what outfit wear, right?
Right? Dude could decide to put you in high heels in your coffin.
In your coffin, you know what I mean? And that's the crazy thing, like
I'm haunting your
I
ass
guess
forever.
they gonna bury all they low in the coffin with
man.
them or something, because it's just crazy, man. Oh man, you only could go with one outfit, man. So listen, I don't know why y'all trying to collect all this stuff and hibernate and keep it all to yourselves and we turn around try to sell it later, like 5, 6, 7 years later for top dollar. And it's like, listen, man, do it back and just say to yourself, you know what? If I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna be a collector. All right, you're gonna be a collector and you're gonna sit there and collect your pieces and do whatever you're gonna do with it. But don't sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna get 7, 8 pieces just to hold on and then say, oh, I'm gonna wait till the climate is dead and then jump out and throw them out there for triple the money.
My thing is, I personally think a dude could do whatever they want with their clothes. You want to sell it for $1 million? Cool.
Don't buy it.
It's that's you, right? But you also got to understand the game you playing. And if you selling for $1 million and somebody else come to you and sell you something for $1 million, you got to understand that perspective too, right? Because sometimes people, it's like I call it the meism. Yeah. I'm gonna sell you this for $1 million, but
I want to pay you $500.
I want to pay you $500 for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And I understand that, right? A good business deal is when both parties are happy.
I take shorts now. Later, you take shorts. That's
exactly. Especially when you're corresponding with the same individual, right? When you're corresponding with the same individual all the time, when you're doing business with the same individual, nothing hurts. I think nothing hurts a dude more when you thinking some dude is really a man and he's giving you a good deal and you later find out it was all
bullshit.
bullshit. And you look at it and you're like, wow, bro, you made it seem like you was giving me a deal.
Yeah.
Or me and you was mans like that, but you just did me real dirty. I think that
shit happens all the time.
Yo, I think it's rather say, yo, my man, yo, I gotta pay rent, I gotta pay mortgage, I got a bill to pay. This is what I'm charging now. You know, I'm gonna look out for you somewhere down the line. And be upfront. Yeah, you know, don't turn around and say, yo, you my man, I'm looking out for you, this is a good price, whatever, and then you turn around and then you come to find out, yo, you know, I think we was having a discussion today, right? Clog said that, yo, you think you're getting over on me? You're not getting over on me. I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nobody could get over on me. You know why you can't get over on me? Because I'm not studying that. If I'm doing something for you, I'm doing it from the heart. I do it because I really care. Like I said, I'm not no saint. I really care. Like I said, I'm just a kid from Newkirk and 21st that ain't had shit. I used to sleep on the floor. I used to go through it, eat oodles and noodles. So right now, for me, if I'm blessed, it's only right that I pay it forward. And I always look at the future. I look at our young people and I say, yo, I used to be just like this kid one day. Yo, I used to be a snotty ass nosed kid and somebody had to help me. Our society has changed. Right? And so we can't just turn our back on it. I remember when I used to be on Newkirk at 21st, I used to do backflips off of mattresses. You don't get mattresses in the streets no more. You barely see abandoned buildings. You don't see. So guess what? Our society has changed. Kids don't even go to the park anymore. They got iPhones now. iPads,
they're in the house now, Fortnite and up.
You know, and I tell people all the time, though, you know, you really want to be the OG. Yo, tell a young person exactly what it is in life.
Definitely one hand washes the other.
And well, you know, definitely what mistakes you made and getting where you at, so you know they can, you know, get past those them little hurdles and stuff in life. That's how it definitely be in life. And when you say that, it just takes me down the path of like, see, you know, dude, we doing this here, that, you know, things going on, and it's like the help that you get from the people that's been in the game or doing certain for a period of time, that's to have you like, whoa, man, you know what I'm saying? Where is the help from the brothers to be like, okay, I know this aspect of it. You know what? Let me teach you this or give you this pathway to get to this here and show you how to get there, because guess what? You're going to make me live forever, because now when you do it, you're going to show love to me because I showed you this way. Because it's like for me, and when someone coming behind me or one of these young gunners coming up, in the culture or something, be like, yo, dog, I see what you're doing here. I could do this, or I could do that, or I could bring this to the table. Okay, come on. You know, I gotta do something better, or I don't know how to do this. How you been doing this so far this way? All right, come on, let me show you this, and let me sit down and show you this, because that's what it's about. Because how are we gonna keep growing if I sit there and keep it all to myself? No. If I keep there and say, you know what, I want to go.
When you gone, how am I supposed to take over?
Well, that's the mystery question right now. And it's the same thing. We do it in the culture all the time, right? So let's say they drop some upside down beer tomorrow, right? I may know where to get it. I'm on the show with y'all today. I ain't gonna tell you because I know where to get it, right? That's it. But that's what we do.
Damn, niggas just with us yesterday. He ain't put us on.
Exactly. What the fuck? So you know, one of the biggest things, especially
if you don't change with the times, you die.
One of the biggest things with the urban community, what we call the hood, the biggest way we feel that we have to be significant is through violence. Nah. Right? So we feel that we gotta be significant through violence. Feel like we're disrespected. Well, and it's not disrespect. It's the fact that we just don't understand each other, right? And it's not the fact that, you know what, people will find that when you talk to somebody, you have more in common with them than not. And you've gone through certain same struggles. But what it is you so focus on the materialistic aspect, what they have, what you think they are, and not knowing. You can't judge a man until you walk their shoe. You don't know. I can't get caught up with Gunz because Gunz pushes S5, nice car, but I can't get caught up with that. I don't know what
with the Jones.
Yeah, I can't get caught up with that because I don't know how hard that man worked for it, right? So I'm gonna get mad because of that. Right? Or I'm going to be mad because I see this guy's doing something. You know what I need to do is say, oh, what's up? Yo, Gunz, how did you do that? How did you get that? No, well, this is what I did. Put me on. This is what I did.
Who you talk to?
I got a dealer. I did overtime. I saved this amount every week. You got to figure out why the person is doing it. People tend to like to condemn people without knowing what they actually going through,
Or
what they did, why they doing what they doing,
or what they went through to get to that point right there. Because all people see, all people see is the ending.
Who?
They don't never see the
process.
journey.
Exactly.
The process.
Everybody like the
always.
end results.
Yeah.
Nobody like to go through the process.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody like, oh, you see a rapper who's rapping, but you ain't see 10 years he grinded to get on that stage.
Selling his shit on Fulton.
You know, but everybody but nobody understands it that you got to go through the process. And I truly believe sometimes, dudes kind of, they block their own blessings. They block their own blessings because you know why? Because they so caught up with themselves and they so mad. What are you angry for? You living to see another day. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be. Oh shit! I forgot how old I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be 47 years old.
47.
I never fucking thought I would see past 21, coming from where I come from. So guess what? Every fucking day that I'm on this earth, it's a blessing to me. Because you know why? I was in that era. I was in that era.
That crack epidemic,
gunshots,
every day.
I could have been one of them kids. I could have been one of them kids that's dead. I could have been. I could have been
that
a fiend.
You was on that D&Q train, huh?
You know exactly.
Woo.
So for me, I look at it as you know what? Yo, shit, damn, I made it. That's what making it. Success is not about what car or what house you have, is achieving your goal. Like for me, this was a goal I wanted to achieve. I happened to bridge it with some other stuff. It was on my bucket list.
You see this shit.
That's success.
Can I put that on and see what it feel like?
So
for me and Dog, you doing this next year? I might not run it. I might walk it.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
I gotta get what I gotta get if I get one of those.
This how we gonna be this year, sir? That's word. Your word is born.
Yo, matter of fact, we gonna a Big Gunz Live election day over here with Ed, Polo Sense 92 contest, man. We going to do the running next year. We gonna run.
We gonna be the marathon next year.
We gonna be the marathon.
I ain't say I was running. I said I will walk it.
We gotta run some of it though. We
gotta jog some of it.
I often tell people.
See that shit right there? See what success feel like?
I often tell people, everybody want to be successful at something. Success does not mean cars, house, clothes, money.
Let's show the people what our brothers accomplished, right? How we looking? Look at that.
It's perfect. Look at that.
There you go. Congrats.
Down,
right?
Yep, right there. Bob. So,
and that's
success.
That's a whole nother experience in itself. That's a whole nother experience in itself.
There you go, brother.
Word.
That's a whole nother experience in itself.
Man, that's something big.
Yeah, that's big right there, man. That's a lot of miles, man.
26 miles.
26.2.
26.2 miles.
Now I gotta see that. Well, I'm definitely gonna be in training. I'm gonna be in the gym. Now I gotta be more on the bike now. Now it's more a bike game. It's gonna be more bike game.
I'm gonna tell everybody I ain't nobody.
Bike and running.
If I could do it. Anybody out there could do it. You just gotta have a strong mental. You gotta say to yourself that, yo, you know what? I don't care how down I am, I can make it. And I take life as the same way. No matter how down, yo, you know, you gotta look at it, yo. When it's cloudy, when it's rainy, when you down and out, you know the sun's gonna come out eventually. So you're gonna always win. And you gotta take life the way that is. You can't get mad and upset at people or the world who's not helping you, who's helping you. You gotta step up and do it. You gotta step up and do it yourself. You gotta pull your pants up and say, yo, you know, I could do this, and I'm gonna be strong, and I'm gonna be strong about it. Like I said, I'm nobody. I ain't nobody.
Nah, don't say you not nobody.
No. And when I say that,
you done made your you done made your mark. You done touched a lot of youth's heart. You know what I mean? Don't say you're not nobody.
And when I say that,
you're being a humble person, but you are. You
know
are
what?
A great inspiration.
No, I say that I'm nobody is meaning that I just put effort, and that's all I did was put effort. You know, anybody that really know me, kid is my first love. I don't know nothing but that. I truly believe, and I don't want to get religious. I truly believe God gives everybody one gift. And you better figure out how to exploit it and live life. And I feel that the gift that God gave me was working with young people. I've done this more than half my life. I'm 30 years deep in the game with kids, and I don't know nothing else. I don't know nothing else. I don't. I can't.
Applaud you on that.
I can't.
Because, I mean, when you give it back, you talking about dedicating yourself to something like that.
You dedicated your life to it.
I don't know nothing else. I really tell people all the time. I say, yo, I love Polo, but that ain't my first love. I look at it, I look at it sitting when I always remember when I was young, sitting there crying, like, and I go, wow, kids go through that. We all gone through that. I tell people all the time, I got some strong facts when you're in a certain age bracket that you've gone through. If you are my age bracket, and I'm gonna go out on a limb right now, the first person you had sex with was your babysitter.
Oh, I did. I did. Right? My mom's course.
The first person, and your babysitter must have been like 15, 14, and you were 9 years old.
I was like,
So there's certain things that you've gone, right? Or like I tell
you. We be 7'6". What are you doing out here?
That's how I was
like I tell people all the time, you live a life. We as young people and young people, they go through the same. We've been through that. It's just they think we haven't been through that. And we think they haven't gone through what we've gone through. And that communication is key, right? So there's a part in life when you're young, you hate your mother. You do. I hate her. I wish she died.
Because
you don't know nothing.
She's molding you.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing. Showing you that you don't
exactly.
know.
And then now at this age, I'm like, damn, shit, I sound like my mom's.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, I sound like her.
That was feeding you, and now it's coming right back out.
Then there's a point where you're going to be like, damn, I miss my mom's.
Yeah.
She right here.
Then there comes a point. So I tell people all the time, like, yo, just take a time out, yo. Our future is in the young people. And I have a passion that a burning passion for working with my young people. I did this for them too. Cause they looked at me and was like,
don't fold this up.
They looked at me and they was like, you really going? They saw me, yo, I can't believe this.
Put that around your neck, bro.
I can't believe, hold up.
You better wear this for like 6 months out there, everywhere you go, son.
So it's like, hold up. So Ed, you gonna quit smoking? You gonna run miles? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And
so you stopped smoking.
Yeah, I had to.
You done.
Yeah, you have to.
You done right now.
You done.
If I see you with a cigarette, I'm like this.
I'm gonna tell you.
No, I ain't ask you that. I'm gonna see you with a cigarette, smack it out your head.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
If you see Polo since '92, context man.
No, hold on.
With a cigarette, smack that shit out his hand.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you right now. When I crossed that finish line, it was like, what you want?
A cigarette?
I said, yo, I want a soda, because I ain't drink soda.
Pepsi?
I wanted a Coke.
A Coca-Cola.
And I wanted a cigarette.
And a cigarette.
Because to me, it was just like, yo, this is like, and then you get a euphoric high when you run it, right? Like, oh, damn, I'm really doing this shit.
Yeah,
and then I was like, damn, I come too far. I already knew my kids were tracking me. They were watching. And I said, Dad, I got to do it. Because then they're gonna tell me, how could I tell them never give up? And I give up.
And that's motivation right there. Yo, keep it going.
So, because I tell them all the time, because I got, I work with a lot of young people that come from broken families.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I come from a lot of young people that have broken families. The parents have substance abuse problems and stuff like that. And I said, listen, bro, you could win with any deck of cards.
You gotta know how to play it.
Just how to play it.
You gotta play your hand.
And I'm no different than you. Just be better than me. And I tell people all the time, I say, yo, they say, you ain't gonna ever do nothing else. I said, I'm gonna die working with young people because that's what I love. They're the future.
That's your legacy right there.
I've had the opportunities to see things. At one time, I used to own camps. I had opportunities where I had kids. I was day counselor. They came back and they worked for me. Then they came back and then their kids was in my camp and they were parents. And for me, I truly believe in helping people. And in any way I could help people, I'm gonna always help people. Especially if somebody I know like did something or looked out for me in certain situations. I never forget that and go, yo, you know what? Damn, they came through real big time. And I do it just because I look at like, damn, this person didn't really even have to do that for me.
Shout out to Stash, BFO. You was telling me
Stash,
earlier.
Stash gave me some some great insight.
Y'all need to make Love and Lloyd's. Look, he in the gym doing his 1-2 stash. All y'all do is that workout. Y'all need to do some regiments. Y'all need to do some nutrition guide. Something, because we trying to get in there. You know what I mean?
Stash is the truth. You know, Stash gave me some great running advice. He gave me some things about putting in my body to make sure I don't cramp up and stuff like that. And I listened to it and it worked. You know, one thing is I didn't cramp up. He's like, yo, you gotta drink a lot of coconut water, Ed. You gotta drink it. I'm not a big coconut water fan, but I said, yo, you know what? He's telling me. I'm looking at, you know, no homo. I'm looking at the way he's fit. I'm like, that he must know what he's talking about. Yeah. So you know, so I made sure I followed through with what he said. And he always checked up on me. I don't know this guy. I don't know who he is, but I know him on Instagram. 25th Hour Vintage. He ran a marathon before, and he hit me on the DM, and he gave me a lot of pointers. He's like, yo, it's all mental, yo. It's all mental. You did the physical part. The mental, it's all mental. It's all mental. Of you gotta be able to say to yourself that, yo, you ain't giving up, and you're gonna push through it.
That goes back to what we're saying, that this culture is so diverse that there's somebody that could help out somebody else. Like you ran the marathon, you have brothers helping you out, telling you what to do, giving you pointers, help you make it through. You know what I mean? We need to start building our unity and not separation. You know what I mean? Because we could help each other. We use each other as stepping stones.
Well, you got
every aspect of life.
Of course, I always say you gotta look at sororities, fraternities, Masons, right? So here's the thing, right? We put on this costume, I'm gonna call it the costume, you put on the IT, but we don't even understand what that person career is, or what that person information that person can give you, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody's adults and everybody gotta make a living. I don't believe everybody's in the street. Far from. And dudes ain't paying them. Dudes is going in and they having careers, right? But what you gotta have an opportunity to talk to somebody and ask them, yo, well, what's up with this or what's up with that, and also be honorable about it, and also understanding that, you know what, if a person is helping you, that you gotta respect their name and respect their credibility and not damage their name. You know, and that's all to it to me. I would love the day that you can have that. You know, you can have that. Maybe something that somebody should work out in the future, where you just put a book together and you say, yo, so and so. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Fresh is an electrician. Right? Yeah, I see him. He's fresh. Yeah, that, you know, but he's an electrician. That's what he does.
You got Mason.
You know what I mean? So
you got plumbers.
So why there can't be a book and say, yo, let me hit my man up over here.
A directory.
Love
and loyalty directory.
He knows how to do this. Or he could give me information on how to do that.
Or
right?
Get me the
or just say, yo, you know what?
Photographer.
You want
people that do videos.
Videographer.
Yeah.
You don't
so
know that.
Why can't it be like, yo, you may not want it, but at least call that person, yo, I got this issue, yo, give me some insight on it. I know you're experienced in that. That's all. Give me some insight, right? Right. So it's like how you do if you
keep the black dollars in the black community. You understand? We use each other. You know what I mean?
And I guess, and what I see too, a lot of times we can say we use it, but a lot of times it just seems like when we try to do something, someone try to do something, it seems like we don't want them to succeed. We don't want them to get more than they supposed to get, or we'll say, you know what, they good already. They got the people support. Oh, they all right. You know what, they gonna get support. So you know I'm not gonna support it, or I'm not gonna do this. You know, and that's where it comes down to, like, you know what? We should always support, no matter what, you know, that person is doing, what's going on. If you feel the money, you know, everybody sit there and say, yo, the wine, you know, he don't need, so that, okay, but that's still our brother. That's still our brother. That's still, if you're going to call him your brother, you're going to show him love, why not, you know, show him some love and support him and stuff and keep going from there. Don't sit there and say, you know what, he good, you know what, he's this, that, and third. Because guess what? You do that for him, you don't know what to do.
We support niggas that we don't know.
He'll show you.
Jay-Z say drink this, we drink that. Puffy say drink this, we drink that. We support motherfuckers we don't know, so why not support people that we do know? And if we don't know them, at least we know that they in the same culture. They have a passion about something that we are passionate about also. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, to me, it's all on the perception and the ideology of that individual, right? So we look at last 2 weeks, Powerball Mega Million was how much? Billions of dollars.
Damn.
So let me say something, right? So let's say somebody from the culture win it, right? And then they disappear. Then everybody would say, oh, he's fucked up. Look, he won the money. He didn't even, whatever, he didn't break nobody a piece.
I'm going to be like, what's my dude, Live Like Us? Hits. I'm going to have a Bugatti, nigga.
Hold on, your man, what's the AEC?
Who we at? Where we at? Oh, that's Lord Reveal?
Yeah.
Where you need to do a mural art done, holla at me. Oh, he do art.
Yeah, he do
Lord
art.
Reveal?
Yeah, I was supposed to holler at him. And yo, don't get me wrong. See, here's a lot of things a lot of people don't know.
No more cigars. You smoke cigars? Oh, he said cigarettes. No more cigarettes.
Yo, a lot of people don't understand that. You know what? The
one
one
thing.
thing.
Do the bike tour with him? 5-borough bike tour?
Oh, Jay.
You know what?
I
got a bike, son.
Yo, you know one thing that I try to do in this culture is bridging those aspects, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had you come down. You had to holler at the boys at one time, Lifer. You and Gunz came down. I think it was you and Unique actually. I know Darkman came down one time and holler at them. I had Sadat come down and do a whole piece with them at one time.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I got a mural in my facility that damn, what's this guy name? Shoot.
Yeah, man. What's that? What's some dudes coming through? Damn.
He did the mural. He's from the culture, and he helped the kids do the mural, right? So I kind of look at it.
Well, not J-Lo?
Buys.
Oh.
Yeah, buys. I had buys come in and do a mural for the kids, right? I had Yen do shirts for the kids for me, right?
Yeah.
So I try to bridge where
J-Lo,
the talent. What I'm doing, right? And I, you know, some people, you know, I paid them for their services, and some people they did it for me as a favor. But I also look at how, you know, as talent, the talent that we have in the culture, and I say, yo, I could call this person to help me with this, with what I'm trying to do, you know, and I've done that time and time again.
And that's how it's supposed to be, because if you know that brother is in the movement of culture, he's doing this. It should be that reach out, like, yo, I need help on this, and it's like, okay, cool, let's do this, because we both working towards the same goal, which is trying to make something better for ourselves, and we're here for the culture, for the movement, because it also brings that light to the culture, the movement, that shine, that bright on the light, because that light that on the movement, because now people see something going on, and they see it's because of this, and there's something positive behind it. They be like, you know what? They not a gang. And you know,
they start changing. You know what's amazing?
It's already changed.
Yeah.
What we gotta put out there, that we gotta show people the change. It's already changed.
And exactly. And you know what's amazing? All these people that I had come down, they had a different story, and I never knew their story. Right? I had Alfred come down with his book. Right?
Okay.
You know, I made it I forgot the name of the book. But I was able to have the agency buy X amount of books and had all the kids and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't even know, like, Alfred died at one time. Like, he died. His heart stopped. Like, and his story was incredible. Like, he said, yo, I died. I woke up in the hospital. And just to share the story and give inspiration to kids. I also had I had a lot of different. I had Don come down. I had a lot of people from the culture to come down, and because everybody got a story, you know. I think that's the problem. People are not willing to hear people's story. They just don't want to know what they think they know.
So you said, Don, talk about what we got going on Saturday with Don and you, brother Q, that's locked down. So
we doing this benefit for Q. And here's how I look at it. You know, me, I'm gonna always stick by that. You know, somebody always doing right or do right by me, I'm gonna always try to do right by them, right? And irregardless of their situation or what people perceive their situation or what their comment is, I'm always gonna do right. So for me, I look at Don and Q. They, you know, I knew Don from way back. I knew Don a long time ago. Like I used to be like, yo, this is the freshest white boy I ever seen in my life. Yo, cause yo, they used to come up on the block. I used to be like, damn.
He trying to come to the bridge shoe, trying to shit on niggas.
Yo,
damn,
yo, and I used to be like, damn, all the time. He was always he's been like that, always flossing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
So and Don and Q, anytime I had anything, they always supported it. You know, when book bag drive, Don sent me book bags. You know, Q always came through with certain things for me, and I
give you a little piece of like, yo, sell this and get the money.
Yeah, he said, yo, I'm gonna do this, take this piece, and you could have it for your own thing. So I'm looking at it like, so who am I to say? So I could take from you, but I can't help you, and that's the part people don't understand. I could take from you to help my cause, and I can't help you. So here's my thing. I look at it as this, because some people have their own perception of things, like, oh, why are we helping this motherfucker? Yo, you don't want to help, you don't have to. You have a right to. I'm not telling you to.
But don't throw no negativity.
But don't throw no negativity on that. Listen,
and
and whatever his family choose to do with the money, that's on them. That's their business, right? As long as I know I try to do right, and he knows I try to do right by him, right? But whatever you gotta people gotta stop thinking of hey, you know, oh well, I'm this and this and that. You know, I think sometimes even men, we go through that with baby mamas, right? Like yo, I'm giving you the money for child support, but you know what? Whatever you do, whatever you do with it, you do with it. But don't ever come back to me and tell me I never gave you the money. Right? And then also, as men, also say to yourself, well, just because I gave $500 for child support, I can't tell my son, oh, you need sneakers? I gave your mother $500 for child support. Go get sneakers for her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And these misconceptions, you got to kind of move forward. So for me, I'm doing it because you know, me and Don had spoke about it and uni, and I'm like, yo, dude, did people.
You give you a piece on Tuesday and wait for next Friday to get paid.
He did right by people.
He took layaway and let you hold your piece. You know what I mean?
He did right by people. I know he done right by me.
Definitely.
And you know what? Quote unquote, what somebody said, oh, streets is talking. What? He wasn't even your homeboy like that. He wasn't even your nigger like that. So why you doing it? So let me ask you a question, right? So if I know of you, and I know you in a situation, I would do it for you too. I swear to God, I would.
And what makes it that a reason for you not to do it for a person who, okay, if you didn't really break bread with them, or
they don't know that. They don't know.
They think they a person.
He just said the man helped him out. The man looked out for what he was trying to do, gave him money, gave him pieces to sell. He supported him. So just because you don't know what type of relationship one person has with the other, don't get it misconstrued. You know what I mean?
And that's what and people, they look at things like that and they sit there and they say, you know what? Why are you doing that? Because you may not do that for another person or this other third. It don't matter. That's the thing. But if you genuinely doing something from the heart and you doing something that you know is something righteous, is good, it don't matter who you doing it for. You're doing it because it's right. It's right, and it's. And you know, how could you be wrong if somebody doing something for someone that's right or down?
I want to give out to shout out to the people that stay behind the scenes and do right and don't even have that platform, right? Because I got dudes that, they DM me. When I used to do contests, I had dudes send me stuff. Yo, I like what you're doing.
Here you go.
Here, I like what you're doing. I got people behind the scenes that donated the Q. They don't want to be in the limelight. They cool with that, and I'm okay with I'm okay with that also. You know, like dudes, there's some dudes that's just the way they move, and I respect that. But then don't turn around and start to spark negativity when you don't know the history.
Just shut the fuck up and mind your business.
You know, and that part bothers me, right? You don't know the negative, or you spreading it, but then I look at you and I'm like, yo, where have you ever even donated a situation to my cause. Yo, you don't even have to donate $1 to me. I tell people all the time, I try to stay away from that money shit.
Give me some books.
I'd rather you give me the
some
materials,
pencils.
right? I remember 2 years ago when we did the Back to School Festival, I think one of the craziest shit I've seen,
that was a great thing.
And I'm not saying it because you hear Dark, but when I seen Dark come up with all them blankets, I was like,
that's from, what's his name? That's from salute to Chico. Man,
like
choke.
Yo,
that's Polo Panda's brother. What's his name? He came through with the bike.
I'm forgetting.
Yo, when I mean the blankets,
Lifer, what's his name, Lifer?
Yo, when you came through with them boxes of blankets, I was like, oh shit!
He took them shits all the way to Baltimore.
And then let me tell you how far that went from.
Chilo.
That
niggas, you know, we over here, niggas' minds be like, you know,
that went from the Back to School Festival to barrels in Haiti. That's how much I had.
I said you can take the remedies.
And I ended up putting them in barrels in Haiti.
It always comes to those dumb joints.
And to me, I just was like, I was like,
shout out to
shit.
Yeah,
or and that type of stuff kind of amazes me because I'm like, wow, you know, I do it for the love of people, but then I look at when people get inspired and they do it, right? Well, like I was doing water for Puerto Rico and I see somebody send me a skid. How much a skid costs? A skid of water is like $700, and somebody just sent it to me. I was like,
still got boxes of blankets.
You know, it's just those type of things inspire me amazing. When I was running the marathon and I seen some dude, he's like, yo, I just donated $250 from you, and I never met the dude in my life.
There's so many of us that we don't gotta ask for outside help, man.
You know,
we don't.
And
everybody can put a little bit.
And I'm like, yo, I said, yo, I never met this guy. He just donated $250 to the cause. So there's always some good people behind things. And like I said, I always like to, I take this time out to shout out those people that they do it quietly. Cause I had gotten a lot of DMs and a lot of stuff where people was like, yo, hit me up and say, yo, I'm sending you to this, I'm sending you that, and they were behind the scenes supporting causes. Yo, I'm sending you this, yo, I'm sending you toys for these kids, or I'm doing this, and they just wanted to be quiet about it, like, yo, and some people are just quiet warriors like that. But and I'm cool with that. What bothers me is when dudes start kind of formulating stories about why you doing it for this person and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
And that's really something in them. That's something wrong with them personally, because how could you look down when someone's saying they're doing something for someone that's down and out or someone that needs it? If for you to hate on someone like that and not say, okay, you know what,
jealousy,
I'm gonna help you out with that.
Jealous and
but
envy.
Now let's do something else to make something else pop or this, that, that. Let's move forward. Let's grow from that because I see you're doing that. But if you just come into the game and you just hating on that, that's like somebody, that's like a friend. Like we used to have a friend back in the day, we used to kick it with him and be like, yo, every time you talking about going away or doing, let's say we going to the club tonight. He got a reason why you shouldn't go to the club.
Man. You know what it is? It's also,
you know what I mean?
It's also perception, right? So if I go, I can ask the viewers, what am I singing right now? Half the body's gonna say ABC, half the people's gonna say Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's all on perception, right? It's all on perception, and people look at it. Oh, well, maybe Gunz drive a Benz, so he don't need no help. How you know? How you know? You don't know that. Because that could have been paid for and something else, but now he's dealing with something else. You don't know that. And I tell people all the time, stop watching what the next man is doing and thinking they don't need help. Because guess what? When it's your turn, then what you gonna do? And then when it's your turn and people don't want to help you and they turn their back on you, then you crying wolf.
That's that karma you put out there.
That's the karma and energy you put out there. I could give a fuck about a crest. I really can. I really can. I get it. I don't. If I really want it, I'm gonna get it. But you know what? I'm not gonna shit on niggas because because, oh, you didn't help me. Oh my God, you didn't help me. You didn't help my cause. I couldn't pay my rent. And now you didn't. No, I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be real about it. I'm gonna be real about the situation, and that's my opinion.
But they got dudes also that care more about the clothing than about their responsibilities. We was talking about it, that this is an investment. When you need the money, start selling some of your clothes.
You know what I mean?
Because there's always people out in this culture. It's people coming in this culture. It's new people, and they looking for them clothing, them pieces. You know what I mean? But you so stuck on having clothing that you'll let your cell phone go off. You'll let your rent be late. You'll not have food. You know what I mean? Like this.
Yeah, but then there's also the part of, you know, everybody needs help sometimes. That's just life.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to ask yourself, when did you help people?
Right.
Right? So I always tell people like, yo, be careful. You better be careful. Because the same people you see going up, it's the same people you're going to see going down.
Yep.
And they're going to remember. They're going to remember that time like, yo, this dude ain't really you. Don't burn bridges. Yeah. And what a lot of dudes do is they don't look out for each other. They don't help another person. But they always crying somebody ain't helping them. And I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Somebody ain't helping them. And look, and here's my thing. And like I said, I'm a very opinionated person. And all you can do is agree to disagree with me. I look at it like, yo, if I'm financially struggling, there's certain vices I got to cut out. That's just facts.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm financially struggling, I should not be buying pieces because I'm financially struggling. If I'm financially struggling,
you cooking at home, bringing food to work.
I can't keep going to buy ounces of weed to smoke.
Nope.
I gotta say, yo, I gotta cut some shit out because me surviving is more important than smoking. And that's no disrespect. That's just common sense.
Common sense is not common practice.
That's just common sense, right? You gotta make it make sense. You gotta, a lot of us come from humble beginnings. We gotta remember how our parents did to survive. You wanted a pair of sneakers, your parents either worked overtime or girl got paid late. That's how it happened.
Oh, you got those.
There's very few of us. When we wanted to see
Easter, Christmas, right?
Christmas,
and Easter, Christmas,
and your birthday.
And your birthday.
If you were lucky.
Not us, because our birthday's too close to Christmas.
My birthday was too close for Christmas.
Wow, February. I slid through something. My mom's came.
I always hated it because my birthday always kind of landed on Thanksgiving. Some days I didn't get birthday cake. My mother used to say, "Your turkey's the cake. Happy birthday."
Man, happy birthday.
But one thing I do is I love my mom to death because you know what? She showed me integrity. And she showed me that, yo, you know what? It's okay. You could be down one day, but that don't mean you're gonna be down forever. You just gotta work hard and move forward. And also understand while you working hard, you ain't better than somebody and don't shit on somebody. Don't make the person feel like they less than. You can help them out, you help them out.
Listen, tough times don't last.
You never know. I was laughing with Gunz. I'm walking up here. It's probably your $5, but I found $5 right in front of the house.
I was standing right there.
Oh man,
I said, yo, I just found $5 right in front of Gunz.
That probably the $5 right there. $5 I probably was gonna get good, but tell me I had a car right there.
So, I tell people all the time, you just never know how things are gonna play out. You never know. And I've gone through life where I watch certain situations come back, right? And I'm pretty sure everybody's gone through that, right? I remember in school when I was always small, and these group of girls used to always pick on me, but this one girl never picked on me. She always told them, yo, y'all need to chill. It's crazy, right? And I remember her name. Her name was Charlene and shit. And then,
shout out to Charlene.
So one day she comes for a job and shit. I see the resume. And I'm like, oh hell no, it ain't the same one. I said, nah, it ain't the same one.
Come to find out.
Shit. You got the job. I ain't gonna argue with it.
10 years later.
Yo, I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm like, yo, Oh, I can't believe you actually the supervisor said you got the job.
Mm-hmm.
And cause sometimes you never know what's gonna come back in full circle and slap you in the face. So you can't go around being mad at people or stuff like that. What you gotta do is you gotta do a self-check. Right? You gotta do a self-check. Ain't nothing, I'm not perfect, but I try to self-check myself, or if I'm wrong, I'm like, I apologize. I was wrong. How can I make it up to you? I'm wrong. I was wrong. I apologize. You know what? I see your point of view. Or you know what? Let's agree to disagree. I'm not watching I will never watch what a next man have and say, you know what? I'm not gonna do this for you because you have that. Who does that? I'm not gonna do this for you because you have that.
You never know.
That's
you
how
never know what's going on with people's situation. So
people,
I don't know how you got it. I don't even know if it's yours. I don't even know the story behind it. But because we look at, and that's the biggest problem with social media is it only gives you a glimpse, and people take and make their own story behind it. Social media could make anybody look good.
It has.
It could make anybody look good. But you yourself have to live with the truth. You got to live with that truth. You got to live with that reality. And I think a lot of people need to understand that. You got to live with that reality. I've learned in life that certain things don't matter. And I try to kind of do that with my kids all the time. I was the type of person, y'all come out here, I have my slippers on, I ain't got no haircut, and I'm cool with that. You catch me 20 years ago, I was like, oh, hell no, sorry, y'all, I ain't coming, I ain't got a haircut. I ain't get a haircut. No, but now I don't even give a damn. And I look at it, I was like, yo, you know what, I was so focused on trying to complete this marathon, I was like, yo, I ain't got no time. I said, now I can understand why Jay-Z be like, nah, I'm on my Jay-Z, no haircut.
That means
the
album
coming. So you working, I'm looking at like, yo, I had to work, put in 4, 5, 10 miles sometimes a week. I ain't had no time for that. And I'm like, wow. So I said, it was a level of commitment. And sometimes you got to make those sacrifices to get what you want to succeed. And sometimes people don't understand that. Sometimes you got to make the sacrifices. Sometimes you have to say to yourself and humble yourself and say, you know what? Yo, I'm wrong.
There's nothing wrong. You're wrong.
There's nothing wrong. And that's the biggest thing. And I'll come on the show and I say, yo, if anybody feel that I ever rubbed them the wrong way, I'm man enough to be right here on this show and I apologize to you if you feel that I rubbed you the wrong way. Because I'm humble to say that. And I truly say that from the heart. And I didn't mean no ill will by it. I'm a man. Sometimes I'm ignorant. And I could admit to that. Period.
We all have our times that we act like that, you know what I mean? But the thing is, you need to learn how to approach people, talk it out, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with talking. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you was wrong. You know what I mean?
That's another thing that a lot of times in men, period, they have a flaw of doing to be able to sit there and say, yo, my bad, brother, I was wrong. Or you know what, I messed up with that because they thinking every move they make was correct, is right. So they shouldn't apologize for nothing. But if you run across a situation and you know you was out of character, you did something wrong, you should be man enough to call up and apologize because that should make your inside, your soul, you feel better knowing that you corrected a mistake that you made or something that you felt you did wrong.
I had a situation in the club. I was in a club with a friend of mine's and dude passed by. He knocked my drink over. My friend aggressive. Fuck that, fuck nigga. Yo, it's a $5 drink, son. Relax. You know what I mean? He probably didn't even realize this shit. Nah, fuck that, son. Niggas try to play us like that. Son, don't worry about it. Let's go get another drink. It's not a big deal. Go to the bar, order a drink, look at Duke, lean over like, yo, I knocked your drink down, puts the money on the, the counter or whatever. My bag, I was trying to get to my peoples. You know what I mean? So we gonna fight and get into something. It was an accident. He was moving. But he came back and showed like, yo, I apologize. I'm paying for your drinks now.
And imagine if you'd have flipped on him in between that and not knowing that he was going to come back sooner or later, but y'all just pressing him there, it went a whole nother route now. Now club over, club popping, security, pulling people out.
Well, you know what it is? It's just sometimes it's
our pride.
Our pride. It's like the shit back in the day, right? You know you don't want to fight the dude because you got a bunch of dudes with you. Now you want to fight the dude, right? Rather than say, oh, you know what? Let me just holler at you. let me just talk to you and let's figure out the situation, right? Nobody gotta like each other. You just gotta respect each other. We all different for a reason. But you don't have to like somebody. You could say, yo, you know what? No, I don't like how you move, but I respect you as a person.
Just avoid them.
And just avoid them, right? But then what happened, and you don't even have to like what somebody does. You could respect it. You don't like it, just don't support it. But then don't go around tearing it down. And that's the shit that I don't like. You know, if somebody's doing this, they don't go around. That's like me, and that's like me saying, okay, you know, Rack do low goose on the dues. So then that's like me going on social media and putting a protest. Don't go to low goose on the dues. Fuck Rack. You can't do that. You can't. You just don't. You don't want to go. Don't go. But you can't go around doing that because maybe you got a problem with him, or maybe you don't understand, or you don't agree with his ideology or perspective. You can't. Or you going around doing that, right? Because then when the shit, that's how shit be coming all the way down. To me, I'm sorry, no disrespect. That is some bitch tendencies. This culture is predominantly male, but that is a bitch tendency. He say, she say, this nigga, the street nigga. When you could just directly call it. So I tell people all the time, I don't got a problem. You can holler at me, yo, I'm on call 24 hours a day for work anyway. You got a problem with me? I'll do the Mike Jones 718-930-7440. Yo, Ed, I want to holler at you about something. Or I disagree with this. Or you said something I didn't like. Hey, I'm human. I may have been wrong. I'm not afraid. I could go to social media. I say, yo, I said this. I backpedal. I apologize.
It ain't even about backpedaling. Sometimes you may not see another person's perspective, and then when you do talk to them, they enlighten you, and then you can be like, I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? And vice versa. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you never know what made them think or act a certain way. But when you actually talk to them, then you could get their point of view, and then you could agree to disagree, or you maybe just change your perspective on a situation.
And you have to have those conversations, right?
And that's what it's about.
A couple 2 months ago, I went to Haiti, right? And it looked like I was on vacation. It looked like it.
Yeah, because you was having fresh fish,
but I was on vacation.
I'm like, nigga, can I get some lobster?
It looked like I was on vacation, but in actuality, I was there working with other organizations that people that a lot of you donated to. It just looked for that one moment we're gonna have lunch by the water. But somebody could say, oh, yo, like Ed went to Haiti, he's on vacation, he's chilling. That's what you could see. But if you gotta have that conversation with me to say, nah, yo, bro, I went to this school, we gave our book bags over here, I went over here, I did that, right? And sometimes people just look at pictures or social media or look at something.
He got the sunset behind him, he's sitting on the beach having lobster tails.
No,
you living it up.
You can't always look like that.
It's straight from Haiti.
You know,
Sheila family brought that from Haiti.
You know,
that's the price right there?
Huh? Yeah, out there in Haiti.
Damn,
see?
$6?
Yeah.
Why you didn't bring me none of this shit? Didn't I ask you something like that?
Straight from Haiti.
And that's another thing. I wasn't even over there for that. I was really on.
You get this at the airport.
Yeah, I know. But I was so I was so concentrating on the stuff that we had
handling your business,
handling the business, right? But somebody could say, yo, he went on vacation because they saw the pictures. I'm like, no, actually, I didn't. It was really that was.
So you're not allowed to have 2 or 3 hours of some luxury, of some paradise, of some great cooking, some great scenery, because you're supposed to be working. That's bullshit.
Well, not even that. Or maybe shit. I might have a lot of low pieces, but maybe I just financially is fucked up for the next 3, 4, 5 weeks. So is that supposed to say, oh, well, he got a whole bunch of pieces, he's not fucked up? See, because people kind of run with perception.
Yeah, they see you doing this, you're doing that. Okay, like there's a few guys online that, you know, they may be posting pictures and doing all the fly pictures, but they may be fucked up in real life.
Yeah.
They may sitting there going to work, struggling, doing what they gotta do, but guess what? Pictures, they can sit there and post a picture of them fresh to death.
You could be anybody on social media.
Saying, oh, I'm mad at him because he's fresh to death, but not really knowing
what they going through.
Yeah.
Or not even knowing their real situation. Or saying to them, No, I ain't gonna fucking help you because you just bought this or you got this. So
you
because I got this, that don't mean I don't need
Mhm.
help. That's not even valid. That's not even valid to say that.
Even see things. People see things and assume you're doing better or doing what they see what they're doing. Like you go like I mean like for me instance, when I go back to certain places in the hood, people perceive me as doing something else and see he's this, he's that. But they don't know that I be having bills over there or mortgages, this and that, that I got to make this happen because if not, then I'm out of that.
Yeah. Definitely.
They don't understand that, but they sit there and see the ending story. Oh, he got a car, his wife got a car, he doing it, he got the house, he got this, he got all this stuff, but they don't understand that there's a journey to that, and when you get to that, there's also a journey of keeping it, maintaining it.
Yeah.
You get
It's not what you cop.
here.
It's not what you cop. It's what you keep.
Word, they just here to staying here. They still gotta be maintained.
You could get it and lose it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And that's the worst part.
You could get
Getting
it
and losing it.
Getting it and losing is the worst part, right?
Because if you ain't never have it, you don't know what it feel like.
No, not even
But when
that.
you got it,
Because now you had to take a journey to get it, and now you lose it, and now you gotta go all the way back and go through that same journey to get back there.
But sometimes that reset will humble you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And now when you do get to that point again, you appreciate it even more. You know what I mean? And you work at not losing it because you already know what it felt like to lose it before. You know what I mean? And I know a couple of brothers that had to reset and start all over. You know what I mean?
So, what is your man life for? Live within your means. Don't play catch up with mayonnaise.
You know what I mean?
Who that?
Facts.
No.
Let me see what we got here. Change the public perception and build a new reality for the future. Definitely. One hand washes the other. Salute. Don. Free Q. That's what I'm talking about. No more cigarettes.
Free Q. Free round. Free all our fallen soldiers. I mean, all our soldiers locked up in the belly of the beast.
Well, here's a lot of things too.
Soldiers.
And I don't want to dampen it, but people, we all evolved. If we look at last 10, 15 years, I got to give it out to a lot of fathers. A lot of fathers really stepped up. A lot of fathers stepped up.
I wonder what changed that, because I ain't gonna lie, it has been more of that going on, whereas fathers are being fathers, being home.
Fathers are being fathers. Teenage pregnancy has is really non-existent anymore.
Because fathers are being fathers. When fathers wasn't there, the girls running out looking for that father.
Fathers are being fathers. I see a lot of people are more focused on helping their young people. I see especially as a minority, we are more focused on politics more than ever. I've seen it. We gotta also look at it
we went to black president.
Exactly.
To this shit.
Because a lot of us grew up with the perspective we're never gonna see a black president.
We lived it.
And what I mean? We actually seen it. Word. And this is why I tell people all the time. Sometimes you gotta look at it. The world is bigger than you. You live in New York City. New York City got 8 million people. Over 8 million people. There's one, and I know this because I work in the juvenile justice system. There's 1.5 million warrants in New York right now.
1.5 million?
1.5 million warrants.
Right?
So here's the thing. You think they sit around chasing 1.5 million warrants? Nah, they just wait for it to happen. It is what it is. They
don't pull you over when you run around and be like, your ass going to jail.
And that's why they don't let you go.
Duke was going to jail right. That's why I said that. Duke went to jail right there in front of Walgreens when I was coming up here. Like,
there's 1.5 million warrants. And I say that is because I always say like, you don't know. So stop thinking you know. You gotta always ask questions. You can't.
8 million in New York City?
There's 1.5 million warrants right now in New York City. Where dudes got open warrants, and you know how it is. You get pulled over, you want to jump the turnstile. Oh, you got a warrant. They don't even give you a chance. They put you right behind bars. It is what it is, right?
Suspended license, your ass is out.
Your suspended license. Oh, gotta take you in. That's it. Right, and you think our justice system got time to chase 1.5 million warrants? They look at it like,
just wait.
I'll just wait. No, I tell young people all the time, it's easy to get in trouble. It's hard to get out of it. It's hard because then it's always the papers and all of that and stuff like that. And we all get caught up in circumstances. When we look at the tombs, that is the right of way for minority males in New York City. Rite of passage right there.
Yeah.
If you have 10 minority males, 9 of them went through the tombs already, at least for one reason or the other.
Yeah, and that's bad. You already putting the mark on
right?
them already.
So it's okay, and sometimes you gotta go through it because you gotta learn and say to yourself, you know what, I went
through that shit. And I said I'm never coming back to this motherfucker. Like I said last time, I can't do it.
And I
4 days in this motherfucker.
And I tell people sometimes you just gotta look at your experiences and you tell young people like, yo, you don't want to do this.
No.
You don't want that. The kids out here, I tell you right now, it's different than when we grow up, and I know I live it every day. Dudes got community guns. What the hell's a community gun? One gun under a garbage can, and whenever we got beef, one person could take it and shoot each other. They don't even know how to aim. They aiming like this. That's what they call it. They call it community. You got young boys, 16, 17-year-old think it's valid to fuck a crackhead.
What?
They think it's valid, and they're older, right? They doing dumb shit.
That's the strike.
That's a strike for them. Like, I'm like, yo, bro. Or they don't, I'm telling you, they wilding out here. Yeah. When we was younger, we did the Pebble Beach thing. Mm-hmm. We did that. We went on a roof. But now dudes taking it to a whole nother level.
Listen.
And that could be your daughter, and that could be your son.
Back then, a dude messed with a crackhead. If a dude got some sloppy or something from a crackhead back then for the 5 jump off or whatever she was trying to come through for, but you wouldn't go back and broadcast that. That was for you and your personal situation.
That was the crackhead in the beginning of the crackhead stages. You know what I mean? Like, Shorty was still bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you talking about when you say crackhead, they don't got no teeth. They looking fucked up.
I don't know which one.
That's it. But what a lot of people don't understand is certain ideologies and certain things that happen, and we try to pretend like we don't know. Like I always tell people, why stop snitching is so famous? Because niggas is snitching. Shit. That's one, right? I tell dudes all the time, when somebody don't belong in your neighborhood, right? You know that. So you be like, oh, who's so-and-so? Oh, that's so-and-so boyfriend. Mm-hmm. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. So then how you don't know when somebody's house got burglarized? Because somebody in the neighborhood is doing it. Mm-hmm. Because you recognize somebody that don't belong in the neighborhood. You say, yo, wait a minute, who's this?
Yep. And
somebody will say, oh, that's so-and-so boyfriend. He coming to check her.
But the difference is nowadays, than when I was growing up like that, the drug dealers, they protected the neighborhood also. It sounds crazy, but they didn't want police around. So they would police it themselves.
Oh, definitely.
People wasn't getting robbed on the corner, or grandma or your mom's coming home from work wasn't getting robbed or nothing, because they knew who that person was. And if something like that happened, the niggas selling drugs handled that shit quick.
Exactly.
Because they didn't want police around.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of looked out, like, make sure nothing happened to the people who belong in the neighborhood, and there was no outside people coming in there doing stupid shit, because they would run them out of there.
Well,
now I don't care, and it's not my family. It has nothing to do with
it. It's a different time, because back then a neighbor could check you. Mm-hmm. And don't let your moms find out that the neighbor had to check you. Now it's like, yo, don't talk to my kid like that, right?
That's true.
Or, like you said, back then, the drug dealers used to do the block parties and stuff like that. Now, nobody wants to do the block party. Or it's like, all right, well, I'll do my little barbecue in front of my house, and I don't care. You don't come over here on this side.
But see, nowadays, though, and it's weird because you see it, it's not even that much communication with people. Like, when you go out and you see, even when I'm with my brother and them, and, they in the street, they running around and stuff. When I go check him, he's on Fortnite. He's, they playing games and stuff.
Who's your brother?
You know what I'm saying? Your Bill.
You on Fortnite, nigga? You like, how old is this nigga?
They on Fortnite. Even Ski, you know what I mean? Fortnite.
Man. That's
everybody
the shit
on
right
Fortnite.
now?
That's the game.
That's the game right now. I heard,
Everybody on Fortnite. They got the hottest dude is some dude named Ninja out there.
Oh, man, son.
That's that game.
Hey, you on Fortnite like that?
Yeah, I mean, my son on it. So
well, everything evolves. When he was 2-3 years old, everybody used to run with the Pokemon shit.
Mm-hmm. But this is different because this keeps
Zelda.
This keeps my kids in the house. This is not even letting them. This not even coming out to the point where
that's good.
I want to see how it's going to
good
change.
And bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You don't want them in the street, but you don't also want them cooped up in the crib because when they do hit the street, they oblivious to what's going on.
No communication skills. They don't know how to interact with human beings.
Yep.
They only know how to interact with a computer or a person on a headphone and talking back and forth. Because I'm seeing it as like that's what's changing now. It's like you see all this. It's not, and it's really going towards the future.
Real smart,
what we see in the movies,
they
where
real smart computer,
you're not really talking to the person.
Remember when we was growing up, that you're gonna be able to see somebody, and it actually came into fruition. We got FaceTime. I could talk to you, right? And back then we used to have the rotary phone.
If you fuck up, man, that's all. I ain't calling you no more. I have to fuck up.
Seeing the person and not being in the room with them. Come on, what's that?
And you do that anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, somebody could be in a whole nother country.
Well, these kids are a lot smarter than us with technology, but the streets and stuff like that, like you said, the personal interaction, they don't have the same thing like we have. We were running the streets, we here and there. You know, I'm gonna stay over there. I'm not going that block because them niggas look kind of funny.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go this way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We navigated through the streets.
And then and even though dudes are wild, they still respected elders.
Yeah.
Now you got dudes. Sometimes I be like, yo. I was like, what the hell y'all be doing on the train?
They talking to their friend.
Like they
talking to their friend. They not talking to another human being or being out and about, knowing that respect is given to this person that's an elder.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking, I'm talking to this person like I'm talking to my man on his headset, or I'm talking to my friend. Who you talking to? Or somebody in school. You're not really respecting that elder. So now that's where the interaction come from, because now you're not out there, so no one sit there to show you respect these people. And then the parents, nowadays, parents is like, you know what, you in the house? Okay, good.
All right.
I'm happy you're in the house.
Exactly.
I don't really care too much. And not really, showing that time. Like when you talk, what I told you I was doing. I said, I'm here with the kids right now. Yep. When y'all get here, I'm running the back, but I'm just with the kids right now. Because that's important time to show them the interaction. I'm daddy, let's talk.
Exactly.
Let's see what's going on, and let you look in my eyes and look into a man's eyes and know how to look at a person and understand that. Because this way, it ain't going down like that.
It ain't, and that's where they get lost. And then we're gonna kind of look at. Ain't nothing worse when you look at you have a daughter and you looking at the type of dude he bringing home. You like, wait a minute. I'm trying to make you understand. Don't bring a dude like me home. or come correct.
Come
with some respect. Like, yo, you my daughter. I know what I want for you. You understand? I know what I want. That's a whole nother show.
Ain't nothing gonna be good enough. Ain't nothing gonna be good enough. What? Get your ass out of here, little nigga.
Exactly. And it's hypocritical because then you'll let the boys rock on certain things.
The boys could bring 100 different shorties here. That's right.
But then
that's right.
And then I see situations where dudes, like, I'm like, bro. Like, so like kids I work with, I say, yo, bro, you like 1 in a million, bro. You don't even understand. You got your father right here. There's a lot of dudes that didn't got their father. And you don't understand because he going hard on you. You don't understand why he's going hard on you. He's going hard on you because he know what it is.
He knows.
But he's still here.
When somebody goes in hard on you, whether it's your parent, whether it's your friend, you know what I mean? Like, if I scream on lifer, it's because I care. Once motherfuckers stop talking to you because they done with you, you know what I'm saying?
They don't care what
happens. They don't care what happens. No more. So
when
somebody's hard on you,
go out there in the wilderness and go kill yourself.
When somebody's hard on you, it's because they care.
I tell people all the time that you start to realize that when you're older.
Yeah.
In school, you start to understand the teacher that was really like, oh, damn, this teacher was so hard on me. But then you look at it though, I respect that teacher more than that easy A. Because you can't even remember the teacher name. I took this class, I got an A in it. What was the teacher name again? You don't even remember.
Well, I know me and Sham Garners, we used to go out the classroom and go to the bathroom and chill all the time.
You don't even remember. And people got to understand that, sometimes our hard work and it pays off. It does pay off eventually, it does. And people got to sometimes in life, you work all your life for maybe one moment. And you don't even know what it is. I tell people all the time, you work your life all for one moment, that one moment, and you realize and it all
It
plays
defines
back.
who you are
And you're like,
your whole
wow,
life.
it defines
Don't
who
miss
you
that
are.
moment.
And you may never know that moment. And it's funny because I always use, when I work with kids, and I use like Kobe's last game when he scored 60 points. I said, damn, this dude spent all these years in the NBA for this one last game to score 60 points and go, that's it, I'm done. I got to move on to another chapter of my life. And sometimes in life, you got to kind of look at, you know, what you're going through and look at it and say, hey, to yourself, hey, you know what? Yo, why am I mad? I'm still alive. So, yo, as long as you could get up every day, you could always change things.
It's another day. The sun shines tomorrow, and every day, the next day is different, man.
Reset and do what you want to do. Yep, definitely. So we coming out Saturday, the 8th to what? What is
Saturdays, 8 to 1 a.m., a night for Q. All proceeds benefit to his family.
Sherry's.
Got Sherry's. I look at it as
216
I look at it,
X.
you know, 216 Malcolm X. For me, I look at it as a win-win-win. And here's how I'm going to explain what a win.
Beer shoots.
It's a beer shoot.
Beer
Right.
shoots. Because November.
November, shout out to Life.
Y'all twinning it out, right?
This wasn't planned.
I ain't got no beers. I ain't got no beers.
And that's the crazy thing.
I just
it wasn't even planned.
Yeah.
I pulled mine. I just went in the stash and just pulled out something and threw it on the couch. Next thing I know, he come up in here with the same sweater on.
So it wasn't planned. So it's a beer shoot.
Organic.
That's win number one. Win number two, we're actually supporting another brother's restaurant. That's win number two. And that's how I tell you I do things. And win number three, we're supporting one of our fellow brothers. And that's what I call a win-win-win. Three. That's three right there. Yeah. And I try to kind of, partnerships are very important. And that's how you partner up with people. Shout out to Don. Shout out to Unique. Yeah. Shout out to DJ Kills. Shout out to Equan. Kenny Mees. You know,
shout out to Sherry's. You know what I mean? 216 Malcolm X, where it's gonna be at.
And collard greens and garlic wings. That's my shit.
You know, and there's a, you know, I'm just coordinating it. People think like, wow, I'm like, whatever, like what was said to me, and I was kind of baffled, like I'm looking for attention. I'm like, bro, I'm just coordinating this and helping dudes put it together. It ain't nothing that got to do with me. I'm not benefiting it out of this anyway. I just say, you know what, the brother did right by a lot of individuals. I know he did right by me personally.
Definitely. He came to our book bag drive, dropped stuff. Yo, here you go. Sell that. Put the money to it. You know what I mean?
So for me, I'm gonna do right by him, and I'll do it right by anybody that always do right. That's I just do, you know, I think that's the balance you have to have in life. Just, you know, do right by people that do right. That's it.
That's it, man.
You know, that's about it. So I see y'all on Saturday.
November, dog.
November.
You always do that, dog?
November, dog. Was
raffles.
You're like.
You got raffles going on? What we giving away?
I honestly don't even know. I know I hit up some of the resellers, and you know they showing love. They say, "Yo, I got you, Ed," and you know, so you know we're gonna have a good time.
I need that new Pete Wing turtleneck.
You know, we're gonna have a good time. Like I said, I call it the triple win.
Definitely.
You know, we all gonna come together for a shoot. We're also supporting a brother, and we're also supporting a restaurant.
A black-owned business. Keep them black dollars
and I
in
hope
the black community.
And you know, take all the pictures and share it under that premise so that they can see that it's not always something we here for something that we trying to sell to the people, or you know what I mean, try to finagle the people. It's something that we giving back to someone else who needs it and showing that cause, that love and loyalty. So this is what we need to do. When you come, you know what I mean? By then, I think Ed will probably have a hashtag or something. Hashtag free Q or whatever. So we got to take pictures, free Q and all this. And be here,
my
man.
thing is, and if you don't feel in your heart that you don't want to support the cause, that's cool too. No ill feelings. You have that right.
Support for Q.
But here's my thing. Don't tear it down. Don't tear it down because of your perception or what you feel. You have that right. You do. But at the same time, when you exercise it that right, also understand it can boomerang back to you also when you have a situation. Just understand that.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. It was in life. Listen to these comments. Life Free Ralph Lowe, no doubt.
Fundraiser coming soon.
Fundraiser.
Shout out to Q.
Ralph Lowe,
awesome.
homecoming coming soon.
Homecoming. Oh shit. That's a
we on the
shit.
countdown. Ralph Lowe.
Shit. Ralph owe me some pieces, boy. Ralph owe me some pieces. Word is born. I had to start over. Gunz was right there by my side. That's what we're supposed to do, like, you know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? A couple of dudes had to start over and reset, you know what I mean, and put themselves in a better position, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you have a support system and don't feel humiliated and ask for help, because if you don't ask for help, then how are we supposed to know what you're going through? You know what I mean?
Brothers, I mean, I guess dudes should be, I mean, but see, it comes with this code, with the movement, whereas people be scared to ask for help because of maybe the energy that they get that's in the movement, in the culture. When you get that type of energy, you don't feel welcome enough to go approach a brother and say, yo, let me do this. Like back what Ed was saying, why do you think they went to Ed? You know, you went to Ed because in this culture, if you don't know Ed is about giving back, then you the foolish dude in the world. If you ain't in this culture, you don't know like Ed is about giving back, doing community events, holding it down on that type of level, then you foolish. So if you don't think nobody will come to him and say, you know, I'm thinking about doing something, and they may not have the idea or know how to go about it, or know the network.
Yeah.
So you know what, let me reach out to Ed. And that's when we talking about the resources, using your resources in certain ways. That's how you use it, whereas Ed is a resource for that. You know, somebody else, you know, J Lo and STEM in them is a resource for the graffiti, and Bush Camp and Nice in them is all it's a resource for that. You know, you can go to resource for other things, and then
like you said, electrician. I used to
the
do
electrician work. You know what I mean?
That's what Fresh does. You know what I mean? We have everybody.
We got construction workers. Yeah. We got people who sit there and who could be teachers and do after school programs and things like that to teach the youth and apply their time and their effort for them causes. But you know, we just gotta, you know, don't be shy and bashful about it. Present yourself and say, yo, this is what I can do. Yo, this is what's up. That's why I respect, you know, listen, I got respect with ULL, big man that we doing over there, because big man, they down there and see they got that after school program. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cal, you know what I mean, the Brown and all that out there. They be doing the after school programs with school.
Definitely, that's a big accomplishment.
You sit there, you see that, and he apply his own time. You know what I mean, Brown? He apply his own time out there to be you know what? Let me go out and show these kids.
What people don't understand is you gotta say something if you want change. One of the hardest things.
Open mouth don't get fed. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Yeah. So the hardest thing with change is that number one, the first thing with change is somebody feelings are gonna get hurt. That's part of change, right? Because you gotta tear it down to build it right back up, right? You got to tear it down to build it back up.
Destroy and rebuild.
Right? So change is hard, and you got to always make a sacrifice, right? I tell people that you got to make a sacrifice if you want to change. Yeah, I went through this whole marathon process. I lost 15 pounds. I had to make sacrifices on, I can't go out, I can't smoke, I can't drink this, I can't eat that. You had to make sacrifices so you got to make sacrifices. And people don't understand sometimes sacrifices have to be made. So also with change is about saying the things that people don't want to hear. That's where change comes from, right? Saying the things. People don't understand. We're only a little over 50 years in the civil rights movement. It's not that long ago. Let go. What's crazy is I just read recently, Florida finally passed the 4th Amendment and gave 1.4 million former felons the right to vote again. Right?
Just now?
Just now. Wow. Like just now. That's what everybody was fighting down in Florida for. Right? And our society has becoming to understand that, especially as minorities, like, and I don't care what shade of brown you are, and you're a minority. And the only way we're gonna move forward in this country is beginning to kind of lay down certain foundations. And we may not see the fruits of our labor, but somebody will. The future will. We already just laid down the foundation for them to see it.
Plant them seeds.
You know, and sometimes you got to be able to believe. I tell people all the time, you know what? So the biggest misconception with somebody is when somebody got a idea and don't want to believe or don't want to ride out the idea, right? Yeah. You got to look at everybody who rode with Steve Jobs. Look where they at right now. Everybody who rode with Mark Zuckerberg. Look where they at right now. All the people that was like, and they like, okay, I'm gonna ride with you. And now they like, well, now they the ones up there like, well. You ain't believe him. I rode with him. That's why I'm where I'm at right now. And you still over there. Yeah. And sometimes this misconception. Yeah. We just think we know certain things or we feel a certain way.
We project our negative thoughts on other people's ideas. You know what I mean? You can't do that because I feel like I can't do it. You know what I mean? No, you could do it. You know what I mean? Do it and show me that I could do it because you did it.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Salute, Spool Juice. I see you, man.
You know, and I think that's the biggest misconception. But like I said, I got no ill will towards anybody in this culture.
Anybody got ill will towards you? It's just a fucking hater.
Listen, no.
Because
no.
Since I've known you, since I've known you, you've been sincere. You've been humble.
But you know what?
And you've been giving back.
But here's how I look at it.
So whoever don't like that, they have a personal problem with themselves.
No, but here's how I look at it. People have a right not to like you though. Yeah. It's cool. I'm cool with that. You could come to my face and say, hey, I don't like you. I'm saying cool, but I respect it. Just respect me. I'm gonna respect you. You're gonna respect me, right? You also could you don't have to like nothing about me, but you have to respect me. And as long as I respect you, you gotta respect me. You can't cross the line and say, well, I don't like you, so I'm gonna disrespect you. Then I'm like, what do you think I am? Like some bozo? I'm so clown. I said it before, just because you wear polo don't make you a king or something.
It don't. It's man, that's a whole nother story. Because dudes do take that and run with it because they feel that they either was there before or they have this and that put them above any and everything in existence and stuff. When as you sit there, see that. What are you doing now?
What are you doing right now?
I understand what you did. Before and stuff, and I'm one of the people that was there before, and I put work in before. I'm not sitting there hanging my hat on before. I'm not sitting there hanging my hat on. Oh, I was there, and I was this and I was that. I'm moving forward. Okay, what else am I doing? Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's build on that history. Because if you're just living on your history, what you gonna be talking that same history story 20 years from now? 30 years from now,
that shit ain't gonna cut it.
You're not building on that, but you're running saying, "Yo, I started this," or "I was this," and I'm this and that, and y'all should look up to me.
A lot of people started a company, and that shit got taken over by the board of electives.
Yep.
Look, you talking about Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs left and came back when they felt he wasn't doing what he needed to do, and then whatever the case, how that went down, and he left and he came back and took over. Sometimes it takes for you to go through things like that to come back. But if you sitting there just saying to yourself, hold on, I'm just going to be the man and it's just going to be about this here.
It don't work like that.
I'm the man. And listen, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if Ed is doing all these community drives and he's showing us something. Okay, that's cool. But you got to remember, you still got to answer to me. You still got to come to me for a certain thing, whereas I should still feel obvious. You know what? Ed doing this, I'm gonna come to Ed. I'm gonna holler at you. I don't care if I feel I'm the king. You gotta come to the people who doing what they need to do. You're not doing this. You're not doing certain things, or you're not making these things happen. This person is.
The major problem is, and I hate to say it that way, I don't think a major tragedy has happened to get everybody to stop the bullshit and be unified. Because they always say it comes a tragedy when people got to be unified, right? So, and I'm going to use the example of that picture that's floating around with the people throwing the L's, right? So everybody, everybody has their perception on it, right? And that's cool. Like I said, everybody has an opinion, right? But then everybody also has to say to themselves, right? From the beginning of time, it doesn't matter what culture you was from. And I'm not even talking about Ralph Lauren. I'm just talking about in terms of culture, in terms of nations and stuff like that. People always taking a piece of something, right? Right? Now, it was up to you to kind of pave or carve this niche and say, you can't take a piece of this if you don't pay me for this. You can't take a piece of this because we are unified, right? So you look at unions. You can't do certain things to a union because they're unified, right? Yeah. They're unified. You can't cross certain lines. And even in the union, as a union person, you can't cross certain lines. So you got to come together to move forward, right? So a union, and I'm pretty sure Gunz know more than that than me. I'm pretty sure you can't just say, hey, you know what? Tomorrow we're all not gonna drive the bus. You can't do that. Yeah. Even though I think it was done before a couple of years back. But that was a strike. Yeah, that was a collective decision, right? So when you look at the picture, everybody said, well, they disrespecting Double L, why they was doing this. I was like, okay, bro, I'm gonna go back. And I put it up because I wanted to hear what people had to say.
What do you feel about the picture?
Here's how I look at it. Back in the days, dudes was throwing up L's, they weren't even LoLifes. Okay. Yeah. And I knew that. Back in the days, a lot of do that. I said there's always a perception that as long as you wear polo and you wear a lot of polo, you're a low life in this. That's just the world perception. That's the world. Especially in New York, outside world. Yeah. Outside the world, that's it, right? We've evolved, right? Because there's times where I believe in the culture, dudes was like, you know, I don't know about hanging out with these dudes. I'm really scared for myself. I'm scared my ITs might be taken. We're now in more friendly grounds where now we can have events and dudes come from all walks of life, right? And I think I said it before. You may not know somebody, but somebody knows you because social media allows that, right? When I see the picture, I could see it in two different perspectives. I could see them saying, yeah, that particular picture. I could see them saying, yeah, I could see them say, well, I'm just emulating what y'all do, right? And you only could get the truth by asking them why they doing that. Yeah, that's what seriously. Right? I'm only emulating what I see you guys do. That could be one perception. Another perception, and some guys could feel that, yo, you kind of disrespecting what we have, or what we put out there. And like I said, I'm a very opinionated person. I have I'll go on record right now. Yeah, I'm heavily involved in the culture, but I got no L's. No disrespect to it. I just don't have it, right? I'm not chasing it. I'll keep it a buck.
Didn't life tell you got L's?
I'm not chasing it. Listen, I'm not. I be damn. I'm a grown ass man.
What do you think?
I'll be damn. I'll be damn if somebody comes to me and says, "Yo, you gotta give up pieces if you want L's." Bro, I'm 47 years old. You crazy? I'm not doing that.
What do you feel about that picture? What do you feel about that picture?
Well, about the picture, I just honestly, the thing is, they more likely showing homage to LoLifes. They showing homage to what has been going on. But the thing
That's
is,
what you feel like?
I feel like they showing homage because they seen it somewhere before. They seen it with us.
Yes.
They seen it how we've been moving. So they just basically showing homage to the LoLifes, this, that, and the third. But the thing is, they may have reached out to somebody.
They don't have to reach out. And I'm going to tell you why they don't have to reach out. I remember, I'm going to tell you what drop this was.
Did you read what she said?
Yo, this drop.
Did you read what she said?
I wanted to give her time to explain behind the picture. We mean no disrespect to the LoLifes movement or people involved. Only respect. We are designers who work hard to design and offer quality. We love what the type of enthusiasm LoLifes has had. Period. Right? But what guys don't understand.
We are always inspired by the way you style and wear polo.
What people don't understand is that they've been always looking at what we do. And I at one point I'm like,
from the bring it back.
At one point I was like, I was in a daze with that. I was like, they ain't worrying about us, right? And I'm gonna tell you when I really realized dudes already know what it was. I think it was Snow Beach drop in Soho. I walked in there and people knew who I was and I didn't even know them. That was behind the counter. So I was like,
in Prince Street.
Yeah, Prince Street.
But Prince Street,
I said they knew.
They paying attention.
Yo, they was like,
Prince Street
yo, what up,
store is
contest
like
man?
It's like the streets.
Yo, so they was like, yo, what up, contest man? And I'm like, oh shit, they really are paying attention. Cause I'm like, I didn't even know. I'm like, you know me? He said, yeah, you contest man. And I'm like, oh shit, like, that's when I realized, yo, they really paying attention to this shit. Now, what I think a lot of dudes fail to realize, they want a seat at the table. Okay, here's my perspective. This guy's worth $4.8 billion.
What you bringing to the table?
What are you going to bring to the table?
What are you bringing to the table for? You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. He's worth $4.8 billion. What are you going to bring to the table? What?
And,
okay,
and
that's
this right here. This picture, right? That she is it a female, right? She put up. This could be used as a stepping stone. But all the negative comments and who told you to do this and who told you to do that and who are you makes them back off.
Like, oh.
Well, what it is though.
Aspect come
well,
back
here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I kind of felt a way about it. But then when I really kind of did the research, and I go with some people, you got to do research about it. I'm not gonna lie. First, I say, yo, you know what? Everybody should just run up to the mansion and just say, yo, what's up? Right?
But
I was in that thought.
She's a freelance.
But then when I started really doing the research about it and said like that, I said, you know what? I could see her point of view on it, and I only could respect it. I could say, yo, you know what? The greatest form of flattery is imitation, and she's imitating, and she saw it somewhere, and then she's imitating it. Yeah. Now, in terms of a seat at the table and so forth and so on.
She don't even have a seat at the table.
She don't even have a seat at the table.
And this is why I say people are upset, and this is what bugs me out is it. And I'm going to put, whoever upset at that picture, if that picture them throwing up L's or whatever, they should be upset at Polo, Ralph Lauren doing a collaboration with Palace. Yeah. Because LoLifes brand came out before Palace. Well, not before Palace was out, but we was there before Palace. We was representing that LoLifes brand, Polo brand before Palace was even existing. But now,
brand
here go LoLifes brand before.
I can't agree with that because that LoLifes brand was just mimicking what Polo is already. Right. You didn't bring no new designs.
And now, but the thing is,
I'm going to tell you what.
He should have collaborated.
I'm going to tell you
came to us and say, you know what? What else is to do?
If you would have brought a whole new design factor to make them see and recognize, all right, they have some type of talent. You just
copied
you know what? But you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, I'm going to give you another perspective on the LoLifes brand, right? And which kind of steered a lot of people wrong. Even me. I could admit
I'm not LoLifes.
I'm not LoLifes. How could I wear that?
Exactly.
And somebody may come to me and say, hey, you know what? Oh, you ain't double L, and you ain't this, and you ain't that. So why you wearing that? And that kind of gave a iffy. Some dudes were able to do it because sometimes, see, New York City is a difficult place because you got that platform. New York is like you on stage, and people see you. Now, maybe I could have ordered it from Andy, and I live in Virginia. It wouldn't even matter. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, no. I could rock it. I'm part of the culture, but it ain't gonna be like where I'm in New York, where somebody gonna tap my shoulder. Yo, what's up? Peace. Yo, what's up? Well, you ain't LoLifes. Why you wearing that? And there was some perceptions on that.
See, and that.
Oh shit, you dead off. Jay Cousins said that's what I was saying last week.
You know, and there was some perceptions on that, and that kind of veered everybody off. And then also,
I heard that same.
You know, and then I think also at the same time, and I said it before, anything that happened in this country, the United States of America, and a lot of countries, always evolve from a negative. And I kind of question LoLifes News on this today. Why every time you post something, you put gang? We gotta evolve. Dudes just got careers. Dudes are grandfathers now. I know it started that way. But we dudes are still saying.
We said that last week.
Are we still quote unquote a gang? So who we gang banging against?
Because you know that's what dudes put out there. Dudes be saying themselves saying, okay, it's the energy they dudes keep putting out there. From what we saying here, from we're not coming together and we're not doing what we're supposed to do. People perceive it that way because we always at each other's throat or showing that negativity towards each other.
We made LoLifes. It was originally supposed to be low heads. we said change it to LoLifes. You know what I mean? Because that's what we are. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. I got the comments right there.
You know, I mean, it comes down to, I think it's just us as a culture, just changing the perception and changing the narrative.
Once we have unity, the outside people can't come in and feel like they could just claim anything, because they're going to see that there's unity amongst each other. So then they're going to check themselves. But when they see that it's so much separation and we don't have ourselves together, then they can come and do whatever they feel like doing.
And this is the biggest problem. And here's how I look at it, right?
They up there?
Yeah, they coming.
You know, here's the biggest problem, right? So you have your OGs and stuff like that, but everybody's getting up in age. Where's the future?
And I was talking about that too.
Where's
like,
the future?
Where's the 22, 24, 23-year-olds that's supposed to be carrying this?
They not real LoLife. They didn't come in the store and ride with us.
No, because you know what? Oh, y'all
so
doing
you
this?
pushing them away.
We are doing this. We gonna go check Supreme. We gonna run with Supreme in them.
Because when I come around, I don't feel welcomed like I should. Because guess what? When I do come around, you want me to bow down to you. You want me to salute you at every given point. Instead of you saying, young blood, you here? What you got to bring to the table? Okay, this is what you do? Okay, word. You know what? Let's connect and do something else outside of this event we at. Instead of just taking pictures here. Let's do something outside of this and move forward. But no, hey, you know when you come around, yo, who you? Oh, I don't know who that dude is, but yo, do he know who I am? Do he know I'm an OG? Do he know I'm a founder? Do he know he got to salute me? That's what you worrying about, instead of saying, you know what, this guy here coming through, let me see what he about. Because guess what? I need all the resources I can use to build what I'm trying to build, which is this culture that I'm in. If he helping building it too.
If we don't bring in the new people, the new members, the new followers, the new low lives, the new low heads, the new people, when we die, it dies with us.
Yo, you know, one of the greatest
plain and simple.
One of the greatest things I seen, and I was like, damn, why New York couldn't be like that? When I see when they dropped that stadium and all Japan came out. Yeah. See that picture? When they just, all of them was a stadium and they went to the, and that's how you make a statement. You understand what I'm saying? They all had their stadium pieces and they taking pictures, and I guarantee you somewhere in Ralph Lauren, that was like, yo.
But no, not us. They was like, oh, how they get to be in the store, having a party, drinking, and they deal with all the stadium, all that shit. Because they not stealing that shit. Because if one of them steal that shit, them niggas cut niggas' hands off out there, right? For stealing. them niggas put shame to their family name. It's a whole different culture.
I think we passed the stealing part.
No, but I'm saying, you think if they would have let us inside Prince Street store to have a party, somebody wasn't trying to steal? You telling me that? They was in there with a DJ getting drunk with all the pieces right here all over.
All right, so here's no disrespect to no one. No disrespect.
Theodore said dog health as well. He said Luke. I think he probably talking about no more fat jokes. He talking about little. I think he's probably talking to you, Gunz.
What I said? I said niggas.
Nah, Theodore. He probably said dog health as well. Yo, he probably said in losing weight, no more fat jokes.
I don't know. We lost on that one.
You know, it's crazy because I think we sell ourselves short.
Sense of entitlement destroys the growth and development of our culture. We need new and fresh people inside and outside.
You know, I think we do ourselves injustice on certain things, right? And like I said, no disrespect to things. I just call it how I see it. For me, and I've been to a lot of events. The best event that was culture related to me was the Burial on the Low book release.
Bury Me in the Low.
Bury Me in the Low. Right? But then you got to look at who was involved and how they did it. It was very classy.
It was different. Yeah.
Very, very different, right? A different type of vibe. Yeah. You had an open bar, Red Bull, Just Blaze DJing.
The whole atmosphere was
you gotta look at the photographer. It was Tom. He's on a different level. So they played it out with that type of level of mystique, right? And giving it that type of aura.
Yeah.
And that's the aura we got to try to elevate to. That aura to say that, you know what? Yo, we were here, but now we're here, right? And now we're here. I'm not dispelling, listen, you know, I think Tupac said it before, yo, you when you in the hood and you have a certain amount of money, yo, we don't care how close you are. If you're not feeding them, they're gonna come and eat you, right?
Yeah.
So you can't continue to say, well, we want to be at the table with Ralph, but we continue to do things at this level. You gotta grow. We gotta say, okay, how we gonna? What's the next step?
That's the next step. Yeah.
How we gonna make this look? How we gonna make that look?
And
The look is very important.
Yeah.
How we gonna?
Especially like you said, how much he's worth.
Yeah, the look is very important, and then it has to be family friendly sometimes. It's not, you know, a lot of dudes, it's not always a sausage fest. A bunch of dudes can't be around all the time. You got to make it where, you know what, all right, yo, you know what, I know dudes want to smoke, but we're going to have a little smoking section in this area in the back, and let's let the kids come and play.
And dudes understand that, and they go from there. Or, you know what, I'm not about trying to make $1 at these events right here. I'm about doing something for the movement, for the culture. It ain't about me coming here trying to put.
But that's what we did. We did with the boat ride. Us three right here. His team, my team, your team. We tried to do the boat ride. We didn't make no money. We tried to make a weekend gathering because we had the LoLife barbecue. We wanted to do a break bread. We wanted to have the boat ride because people coming from all over for one event, we try to make it a weekend event. You know what I mean? So everybody, we didn't make no money off no boat ride. If you check boat ride tickets, them should be like $60, $75, $100 for a ticket. We was charging dudes $20 just to pay for the situation. So we all could network, we could have fun together. You know what I mean? We wasn't trying to make no money off that. We was trying to make a good time for each other. And that's all.
And that's what you see sometimes. People look at things like that and say, "Oh, they trying to come up, they trying to do this." But when you see a person do a little club event, but trying to sell you everything in the goddamn world, that ain't coming up. That ain't him trying to come up. You support
like I said once again, people got to kind of look at situations for what it is. Yo, yeah, I was part of that boat ride, but anybody that had any common sense, a boat ride ticket cost $20. How much money was somebody really gonna make?
And we had food.
And you it didn't matter. It didn't matter if we had a yacht that could fill 5,000 people, right? $20 at 5,000 people cannot pay for a yacht. So people gotta kind of start looking at the perception and stuff like that. And I guess, you know, sometimes people gotta sometimes you gotta let the past go and move forward.
And
you don't ever forget where you come from.
You can't forget where you come from. Your bones is laid. That's there. But the thing is, you move forward because you can't live in the past. If we live in the past, we still be slaves. We still be running. Come on.
Yeah. G. George said, you can't put your L's on a license and get a fucking job. You know what I mean? So it's more than just having L's. You know what I mean? Or being a low life. You know what I mean? We have to be able to work with each other. We have to be able to network, and we have to be able to build a future.
And that's what I tell people. You know, at the end of the day, where's the future? Where's the future? It's a lot of us. We're getting up in age. Dudes if you look at the average age of everybody here is around 40.
Listen,
so now you got to see where's the future.
I look at the age when we go to any of these events. When we talking about locals from the dudes, what's that? The barbecue, the low trades. You go to any events that go on in the culture. When you go there, it's all older guys. You don't see no young guys there coming through. Some 25 and under, or even 30 and under.
It's a couple. You know what I mean?
And they're holding it down, saying that, yo, this is what it is, and they coming this year, and then guess what? Next year they bring in more people and more people. I don't never go to an event and sit there and see a bunch of young guys, a bunch of young people like, yo, damn, yo, there's some young dudes here. Okay, the culture going somewhere else.
Well, you know what it is too.
Some young dudes, some tight jeans,
you know what?
and stuff. I don't know.
That's their style.
No, yeah, because dudes,
some skinny jeans, right?
Dudes fail to educate. They just want to shun dudes instead of educating them, right? So same thing. What was that? Snow Beach drop, right, on Prince Street. So of course everybody know about the situation with Manlow, with the Supreme dudes and stuff like that. I had to sit down and tell these resellers, like, oh, there's really a culture. They thought that shit was a myth. They was like, oh shit, there's really a fuck. They didn't know that culture really existed. We almost got
into it after that shit. BTP Life and
they didn't know that a culture really exists. They were caught up with the Snow Beach drop. They didn't even understand that there were pieces that was way beyond that people had, or didn't they was like, what, this really a culture? And I said, well, you wouldn't understand it because the culture is your age. Right?
Older than you.
Some of that. You know, I tell some of the kids like that all day. I looked at them and I did like, yo, listen, yeah, it says 92. That's older than you. I said, yeah, that's what it's older than you.
I definitely felt the type of way with the whole situation because, what's his name? Manlow.
Yeah.
He was trying to become part of this culture. You know, he was, I guess, trying to come into it, you know what I mean? And he was there online and the hyper beast came in and pushed him back or moved him from first in line to 30th in line, and the LoLifes or low heads that are part of this culture just laughed at him instead of forming a bond. Like, even though we don't fuck with him, he's still kind of part of us. So we gotta hold him down and not let y'all come in and push everybody back. You understand?
Well,
at that time, who?
Well, here's the thing. I see two perspectives to that, right? You know, the resellers. Remember, these are very young kids, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of us, we can't. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't afford to give 10 years right now.
Yeah. Well, it's not about 10 years.
Yeah, but these kids can't afford to get locked up, and they're still gonna have their life.
Once they see unity, they're not gonna come like that.
But that's the thing.
Once they see a unity,
you said unity
force,
for homie. Homie was, I mean, I don't know who he was affiliated with.
Let me say something. I might not like Ed, right? But he's in this culture. So if we at Bloomingdale's or somewhere and they trying to play him and jump him or move him back in the line, I feel like they trying to do that to our whole culture. So I'm gonna hold them down. You know, let's take a little step further. We from Brooklyn, right? If I saw you in Atlanta, you know what I mean? If you get into it, we from Brooklyn, we together.
You right.
When you in a pen and you see a nigga in your neighborhood, you probably never spoke to him before. But when you was in jail, did you hold each other down?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that kind of like, he was kind of trying to get in this culture.
And that's the thing. When he was trying to get in, but who was vouching for his situation or for what was going on for anybody else on that line to look at him and say, you know what? Let me go hold him down because he is part of this culture. He is he affiliated with what's going on. It was no really inkling. See, I'm just saying his situation per se, because
they looked at him like the LoLifes.
Now, if they look at him like that, it's something else where you got to address the situation. Yeah, I didn't think they looked at him like that. I don't know how
they looked at him with us. Am I right or wrong? Dumb niggas. Dumb Polo.
I wasn't out there. I don't know how. I don't know him.
This is how I'm gonna say it, right? This is how I'm gonna say it, right? If you a clown wearing polo, you a clown wearing polo. That's all it is. I'm not saying the dude is a clown. I'm not. By all means, I respect him. He's reached out and helped me out in my causes and stuff like that. But I think sometimes, as people, and I speak about him sometimes in my perspective, and that's my perspective, and no disrespect. I think he wanted to run and be part of this culture so much he didn't pace himself. So he's jumping here. I got this piece. I got this piece. Where is he now? You understand what I'm saying? So then you burnt yourself out.
He Versace since 92.
Yeah.
You have a little birth baby.
So my whole thing is he kind of burnt himself out because he wanted to be. And sometimes you can't just you can't just eat the whole plate. You can't force feed it. You gotta take little by little, learn and move.
You gotta mingle. You gotta come in.
You come in and just get everywhere.
So maybe my perspective, and maybe some dude saw it what it was and was like, yeah, this day we saw him on social media. We ain't even fucking with him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or like I give you a perfect example. It all depends on how you deal with things. We was in I think that's how I got this for you. We was in when they did the stadium drop in Bloomingdale, right? I really wasn't planning to go buy anything, right? I wasn't. I was just going out there for the show.
Go live, contact. What's it? Newcomer Low?
Yeah, Newcomer Low.
So I was going over there for that, but then I seen it was getting out of hand. So then I tried to kind of work with the people at Bloomingdale's and try to say, yo, come on, guys, let's get online, try doing that. And the dude looked at me, he said, yo, no. He don't even got to go online. He could go in, right? And I was like, fuck it. I wasn't buying anything. He might as well, he letting me in. And I said, well, I was looking at whoever. I got people with me. I ain't know who. I don't remember who it was. I said, yo, these 4 was with me. Yo,
come through.
And they would let me go around, right? And I say this is sometimes
we don't walk through metal detectors.
So I look at it and I tell people all the time. Sometimes you gotta take the high road and do the right thing because you never know what's gonna pan out from it. I had no intention of buying anything. I didn't even go through the front door. I went all the way around. Everybody's looking at me like, how the hell that happened? And I said, the dude saw me trying to get everybody in order, so he said, no, you can just go around. And sometimes it's not about kissing ass. It's just about doing the right thing. Yeah. You know, people just gotta understand that you are at the age where you have to do the right thing. Now, and if you don't want to do, you're free to make any choice that you want, but you're never free from the consequence. And you just gotta respect it. Right. And that's him. You know, and I think that kind of panned out with him putting the guy face on Instagram, and then when they seen him at the I forgot what drop.
Yeah, it was at a Snow Beach.
At the Snow Beach drop, they saw it. They tried to knock his head off.
Oh yes.
And who am I? I happen to be standing there, and I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna let these dudes beat him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. And I was only able to do that because I had conversations with these dudes. You know, they probably would have knocked my head off if I didn't have that conversation.
Nah, that wouldn't have happened.
You know, no, I listen. It could have. You know, I had to have conversations with them, and I was like, yo,
that still wouldn't have happened.
You know,
shit.
So that's that.
Word, shit.
Push it up.
Push it up.
Yeah. Push it up.
But but that's a word up, man. But we about to see what's up. What's this? You on Facebook, man?
What you was trying to do?
Trying to share it.
I don't think you can share it now.
Yeah, you can share it, but
no, I'm not signed in. That's why.
Oh yeah.
I'm not signed in.
I'm thinking it's my phone.
Yeah, I'm not signed in. But you know, we gotta show some type of unity, or other people is gonna infiltrate. You know, they've been doing it. You know what I mean? Like that whole Hyper-Beast situation with the it was the Snow Beach, right? Yeah, with the Snow Beach. They came in, and after that, you know, we gotta look out for each other. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Once we have unity and we have a strong
but you know
front,
what? I think a lot of it is dying down now. I think it's not as high level as it was before. You know, it started with the stadium. And it snowballed into the Snow Beach. Then it was the Crest. Everybody was going crazy. Then I think you know, it's oversaturated. The market is getting redundant, and now dudes is kind of, hey, no pun intended. They tired of the sprint, and it's becoming a marathon. So it's like,
because you can't get everything.
You can't get everything. So let me stop chasing everything. Number one. Macy's is dropping the pieces for 30% after a while. And you get pissed off at yourself, like, why did I buy this? I could get it from there.
Yeah.
You almost have access to anything right now.
Yeah.
You know, as long as your money's right and you put it out there. As well, you have
the new stadium.
You know, you have
shit.
You have access to almost
red and black hat.
You almost have access to anything, and this is what I tell dudes all the time. There's 365 days in a year, 52 weeks. You go to work. Where do you have time
to wear
every single piece?
You right? Because all the shit that I've been trying on, that I have bought, let me wear it. This shit don't fit me. This shit don't fit me. because you don't wear it.
You don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's more important?
Yeah. But you know, dudes just don't be caring sometimes. They just want it.
Not even that. We don't have time. And then at this point, we running out of we
bring on a Yosemite bear. I don't like that shit.
You know, my whole thing.
The wildlife bear.
You know, my whole thing right now is there's more closed in events.
Yeah.
There's events, but we're not getting invited to all of them. But that's a whole different.
It's photo shoots, I guess. Because a lot of things.
No disrespect. If you're using a phone, it's not a photo shoot.
Yeah.
It's a camera phone shoot.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you just sitting there.
What you said? It's a camera phone shoot?
It's a camera
just
phone
sit
shoot.
there taking a quick photo.
No,
like
a photo shoot, you gotta have a photographer. You
wait.
just get a bunch of dudes and doing this. I mean, if that's what you know floats your boat and you feel important because you're doing that, that's
go
cool.
buy that calendar.
You know, that's cool.
Life.
That's what it is. Like you say. And that's
10.
when did a photo shoot just become the cell phones though? You ain't never lie. I mean, I understand cell phones these days got
it makes
4K,
it easier.
whatever,
It makes it
4K
easier.
and all that.
No,
It's easier.
I understand that.
It's
it makes
accessible.
It easier. It's accessible.
Everybody
but
can
what I'm saying is, take it up a notch.
Yeah.
Just take it up a notch.
And that's what makes
couple of
things look a little
photographers
differently
Yeah.
when you got a cameraman there taking pictures too of y'all. And you know you got your camera phones on the side, but you got a professional cameraman or just a professional camera there. A Canon, Nikon, or something, and it's taking professional pictures also.
See the details in the mix.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, shout out to Onesie and Life for the calendar. I remember that was one cold day when we did that shoot.
That was the fucking coldest day in the world.
Yo, that was freezing.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, when I seen the proofs of the individual shots, I was like, damn. I was like, yo, that was
bring life to the whole joint.
Yeah, she shot it in like. I was like, you make an ugly motherfucker like me, like a supermodel.
Bring life to
I was
all
just
that.
like, she was like, you know,
Send
and
me all
that's
the
it's
pictures to me,
different.
please. I'm about to shop these
You know,
around.
it's different. It's real different.
What time is it, man?
We're about to wrap up.
About to wrap up. Level 45.
Check Lifer, J Cousin, Onesie Low. Get them calendars.
Yeah.
November calendars. November Shoot Part 2. Sherry's 216 Malcolm X, a day for Q. You know what I mean? This Saturday, 8 to 1.
8 to 1.
8 to 1, hosted by
This Saturday.
Polo since 92, Dawn, who you said, Uni.
It's a bunch of us behind it.
Yeah.
It ain't just me. You know,
Yeah.
people just hear me say it. They think, well, Ed's hosting it. It ain't just me. There's a lot of dudes behind it. A lot of dudes is giving up their time. You know, Kills is giving up his time. Kenny B is giving up time. Damn, I always say his name wrong. I need to. And then we gotta kind of veer off of dudes' Instagram names. I really gotta start knowing dudes' names.
That's the thing. I mean,
hate that.
You be trying to do name. I'm like, yo, shout out to someone. You like, that's his Instagram name,
right? You know. At E-Rock, that's how you say his name, E-Rock, how you say it? He takes little pictures all the time.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, so he's
my man that we met at the tavern.
Yeah.
The
So
tavern.
he always with his camera.
Yeah, he's always
He got his own page.
Yeah, so he's coming out to do the shoot for us.
Okay.
You know, so a lot of dudes is giving up their free time because guess what? It's not old. It's
not
not
having them crazy pictures of the skyscrapers,
Yeah.
right? He do something.
Yeah, you don't. It's not always about money. It's just about time and saying, yo, I'm gonna help out with this situation. Yo, there's a lot of people giving up their time. Shout out to Equan. Shout out to Sherry's. I see you guys Saturday. I know politics as usual. I was gonna be there, shooting it.
Be there, shooting, documenting the whole situation.
It
Talking
is
out
what it is.
shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
Politics as usual. The Gunz Show, Session TV.
Yo, we out here, man. But this what it is, man. This is Big Gunz Show Live. You know, special guest host Ed came through to chop it up with the team.
Show me a
You know what I mean? So
marathon runner, boy. He done
runner.
Yo, dog, we gonna get one of these?
Yeah, we get one next
We
year. I gotta
get
get
one
one
of
of those. Hang those up. I got all
We
type
get
of
one
other
of these.
trophies.
We
I
get
got,
one of
you know,
these.
best dress trophy.
26.2 miles.
26.2.
26.2. Shit. Y'all signing me
You
up
gonna sign me up?
Where is born?
2019? Oh man, it's going down. 2019. Even though that's good. 2018 is good. Cause that's, you know me, Lifer. It's for you, Lifer. 2 to the 9. That's 20 to the barn. That's 2 to the
shit.
barn.
Shit.
That's for you, Lifer. Word, but this
We
what it is,
appreciate
man.
y'all.
Salute, man. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, man. Hit that like button, man.
That's right.
This is what we do, man.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Politics.
Tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend.
Big Gunz Live, man. The Session
Thanks
TV.
for having me. Peace.
You know what I mean? This was us, man. Shout out to Ed. You know what I mean? Shout out to Instagram and everything, man. I'm gonna follow you, man.
Polo since 92 _ contest man.
Big Gunz BK.
Life of the God, wisdom born, all being born wisdom. I know Life is gonna shout it out.
Salute everyone that tuned in, you know what I mean? Share it, like it, subscribe.
Yeah,
I
man,
got
close it
that
out.
What is it? Subscribe, share it, and like it. Peace. We out of here. We still on, son.